This is what the players need right now. They need this wooden spoon right on their bloody ass. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Manchester United emergency meeting. In tonight's show, we are going to talk about this absolute disastrous performance of Manchester United. And what now for the bald ruled? Because obviously it was a horror show by Manchester United. Who do I blame most, the players or the bald ruled? I mean, both of them need to take accountability. They really do. It's like, wow, unbelievable, man. Hang on, I'm just going to put this lamp on. There we go. Bit brighter now, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, that was an absolute disgrace. Yeah, it's getting hard right here, people. An absolute disgrace. Honestly, if I could put this wooden spoon right at the players' asses, I will. Because that was disgusting and embarrassing, yeah? Dear me. I'm in the kitchen tonight. Chef Mr. Joshy J is ready to cook. And I tell you, I am ready as well. Ready to turn these players a new asshole. Honestly. Yeah. Good evening to you all, by the way. Dynamite 14. Good evening to you, mate. The problem is the ownership, and you bring the manager in, would be the problem being the same. What is going on at Manchester United? Facts, I know. It's a joke, mate, honestly. Jamie Redknapp said the ball trolled going backwards, he said on Sky Source News. Do you agree? 100% agree, mate. Couldn't agree more. On Sky Source News, sorry, do you think we'll get sacked and Ten Hag? Probably not, but I'd love to think so. Hi, Mr. Good evening to you, Hayden Cogs. Yep. Actually, I did start when you commented it. Got my prediction right. I said Spurs will win in comment. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. But honestly, that was shameful, embarrassing by Manchester United Football Club. It's like, what are we doing here, people? Seriously, what are we doing here? This manager needs to go tonight. Tonight. Get him out. Honestly, I'm sick and tired of his PR excuses. I've never known a manager to talk so much PR, honestly, and literally play players out of position and bullying the players as well. This is why it's time for him to go. I mean, look at Kobe Mainoo this season. He's not exactly playing great, is he? And I do fear he is falling victim to the ball's rules here. Let's get the narrative right here. But if you sack the ball's rules, well, the same problem will happen. Maybe, but action needs to be taken immediately. We cannot keep going on like this. I mean, we're Manchester United Football Club, for fuck's sake. What are we doing here? Seriously, what are we doing? I'm still absolutely seething by this, honestly. I mean, what was that? No fight from the players whatsoever. The bald ruled didn't look interested. He looked very disjointed. I mean, my goodness me. Get out of here. What are we doing here, people? I mean, we're 12th place in the Premier League. 12th place. And a -3 goal difference. What on earth is that all about? Seriously. I'm absolutely raging and boiling inside still. Now, I'm going to try my best to keep the swearing to a minimum, but, no guarantees, I'm afraid. But, dear me, man, I couldn't get over what I was watching. It's like, just what are these players doing? And yellow cards as well. I mean, 5 yellow cards and a red card as well. The captain, number 8, you are an embarrassment, mate, yeah? An absolute embarrassment. Let's get everything right here. What are we doing here, people, yeah? Seriously, What are we doing? Honestly, I am absolutely at a loss. This football club is a disgrace. Look, you can blame the manager, you can blame the players. Who do you blame more, the manager or the players? To me, both of them need to take accountability. But the reason why I believe player power is winning, yeah, it's because this manager is a bully towards the younger players. So that's why they want him out. And no doubt about it. You saw out on that pitch today, he has lost the dressing room. Honestly, absolutely lost the dressing room. Nowhere near sustainable. I mean, this isn't Manchester United down in 12th place with a -3 goal difference. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously, what direction do we want to take? Because I don't know what direction this football club's going, and I'm not liking it one bit. Yeah, I felt sorry for Manu today, Hayden Cox. But what's the emergency? It's my emergency because I am still absolutely raging inside and oh, so you can tell just by how I'm shaking and that because I'm seething at the highest level. But I mean, just where was the fight? There was nothing in this game. The players, like, literally, yep, I got it here, Michael Chelsea SC. And if I could, this wooden spoon is going right up the players' asses and the ball's ruled as well. All you take accountability, yeah? Absolutely take accountability. Dear me. But yeah, that's why Sancho left. Shall I tell you why he left Daniel Knight 14? It's because the Bulls ruled is a bully, and it's clear as day the players just do not get on well with this manager. Big up Mr. Joshy J. Where's the wooden swing, mate? Yep, I got it. But dear me, what happened if you lose against Aston Villa? I mean, to be honest, I'll put Ring Van Nistelrooy in temporary charge. Get rid of the Bulls rule tonight and put Ring Van Nistelrooy in temporary charge. I mean, INEOS right now should be calling for an emergency meeting and relieving this manager in his duties because he should absolutely be relieved in his duties. This is nowhere near sustainable. Yet you still have some fans saying, "Oh, you can't sack the ball trolled. He's a father that he needs his job, to help his family, this and that." I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. Get out of here. What are we doing here, people? Real talk. What are we doing? I mean, I love it to be true, Hayden Cox. But there's no other managers out there, geezer. Oh, honestly, Michael Chelsea, there's plenty out there. Plenty managers out there, mate. Honestly. But yeah, sorry, just practicing for early next week. It has to happen now, surely. I mean, with only INEOS boards there today, well, Sir Jim wasn't there, but they look seething. They look absolutely human, these boards of directors. Let's get the narrative right here. Why would the top manager want to come like Tuchel and boardroom team? ETH said you were still in the game until that third goal. What the fuck? Oh, don't you worry. We'll react to his post-match press conference, I tell you. We'll be showing him the wooden spoon. Dear me. Big up Mr. Joshy J in the chat. Big up to you, Brian CFC. That was Comedy Central, live from Manchester, bro. Oh, 100%, Brian CFC. Completely agree with you, geezer. Honestly. I mean, wow. There's just nothing, absolutely nothing. When we went 1-0 down in the first 3 minutes, oh yeah, I'll be calling number 10 out as well. Yeah, he's getting called out because he needs to take accountability for that first goal Spurs scored. But it's like, even when we went 1-0 down, where was the fight? Where was the passion? No fight, no passion, no nothing. Yeah, this, what are we doing as a football club? Yeah, because I'd love to know what we're doing. I'd love to know what's going on behind the scenes. Honestly, hi mate, hope you're okay. I'm not okay seeing my team, my eyes are playing like that. I know Adam Partridge. Do change that down. Saeed has restarted his war with goldfish. Oh yeah, we'll get on to that as well. Mount got that juju on him. Is that what you just said? Injury. But yeah, he seems to always be injured, doesn't he, Mason Mount? I mean, oh dear me. Yeah, he's a good player, Mason Mount, but I don't like it when he gets injured. It's a real shame. But big up to every single one of you. Yeah, it's a bit breezy where I am, Adam Partridge, in Wiltshire. Bit breezy this evening and a bit wet as well. Juju is black magic and Mr. Joshy J. Laugh out loud. Oh, I see. Thanks for explaining that, Brian CFC. Your players shit themselves when they get pressed. My days. I agree with you, Sane. Good evening to you, by the way. How are you doing this evening? Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Wow. What did you make of that shower of rubbish then? I mean, you're obviously not going to care so much because you're a Liverpool fan, but I'd just love to know your opinion. A better side such as you boys 6 or 7 today. Oh, thanks. I mean, how many chances did Tottenham Hotspur miss? They missed a shit ton of chances. I think the ball's all just gone in the morning, mate. I mean, you never know when the New York Stock Exchange market is announced. What is it, like 11 p.m. our time or something? That's when they may even announce the news. The brown envelopes were turned on sides and that card deal, Cardino sin. Side and Mr. Josh J. Only United fans I follow and like, to be honest, and Michael Chelsea FC. Mr. Josh J. Tell us about the recent performance on the manager now. Shocking, mate. No words. It's like he's got no plan A or plan B. It's as simple as that. I looked at your players and they had given up because they can't be that bad. That mess up. Find our passes. Facts. Absolute facts. Hi, Mr. Joshua J. I'm a season ticket holder at United. ETH has to go after this. And then certain players as well. Oh, yeah. Look, there's a lot of players he needs fucking off out this football club. Honestly, a lot of them need to go. Alan Red Devils, good evening to you, by the way. Thank you for joining me this evening. Much appreciated, mate. If you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button because I do plenty of Manchester United content on here. I can't stand inside. I mean, yeah. I mean, we all like our own YouTubers, and some we don't. Not sustainable, mate. I like Sage. Yeah, I do. I do. Wow, 13 are watching already. Yeah, because they're here to watch me land the minerals, mate. That's why. Yeah, here's the wooden scene, Lewis. I got the wooden scene, mate. Hit the like button and trying to get on people on here. Bosh! Yeah, absolutely, Daniel 914. Absolutely. We will be reacting to some Man United fans. I mean, oh, we got some to get through tonight. Irony, the irony was Ange plays ETH fabled 3-1-6 at Old Trafford and handed him his backside. Facts, absolute facts, Alan. Red Devils. Cook ETH and Friends Brew. They're mid as we like. Number 10 today. Wow. Oh, I know. Hayden Cox. Yeah, I will. I've listened to it, Gary Neville. Manchester United have not been the same since Sir Ferguson retires. Facts, absolute facts. Good evening to you, London is Blue. By the way, thank you for joining me this evening. Much appreciated. But, it's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. I like the Tottenham team, do you, mate? And I like Big Ange too, mate. I rate Big Ange, you know. You give Big Ange time and that, I honestly believe he could deliver for Tottenham. But the thing is, I don't reckon Big Ange is all the problem why Tottenham sometimes struggle. It's Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy is an absolute fraud owner, honestly, director or owner, chairman, whatever, but he has no idea what he's doing. It's like, this is mental. So we actually played better when number 8 got sent off. Yeah, that's what I call Bruno Fernandes, number 8, because I'm sick and tired of him this season. Adam Red Devils. To me, he's having an absolute abysmal season. Tottenham are shit. Can't believe Man United made them look good. Facts, F1 fan. CFC 1905. You know, this is probably one of the worst Tottenham Hotspur teams I've ever seen. I mean, they didn't even have Son Heung-min playing and they still outplayed us. It's like, what are we doing here? Seriously. I think Manchester United are a finished club. Oh, facts, we are. As F1 fan CFC, those Chelsea video side is doing are full waffle. We are not back. Here's a manager I think you should get, mate. How about Xavi Hernandez, the former Barca legend? Oh, wow. Thoughts on number 8, asking Steve interview after the game to get his thoughts. Yeah, he did do an interview. We'll react to that as well, mate. I tell you, we got so much to get through tonight. I mean, 16 minutes in, and I'm yet to get started with the match reactions. So, oh, I mean, these match reactions I'm going to react to are going to be absolutely gold, honestly. Isn't Gareth Southgate favourite for the job? Oh gosh, man. I mean, if we get him, we are finished. Gosh, have you been defending that side? Oh, good evening to you, Philip. What a nice appearance, mate. What a nice surprise. Can I pick you should do first? I mean, as this is a Manchester United stream, let me decide, mate, but you pick the second one for me. There are some rumours that Russell Martin might go to you due to Wilcox link, but I think it's all PR. I mean, I do rate Russell Martin very highly, but will I want him at United? No, because I don't think he's Man United standards manager. But you know, he's doing a good job at your football club. Has he been sacked yet? Uh, no, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Love to know what manager will get at Man United, mate. I mean, as long as it isn't waistcoat wanker Gareth Southgate or, say, someone like Graham Potter, someone like that. No, no, no. Do James Redknapp when he's talking about Manchester United. Is there an emergency meeting at Old Trafford? I mean, there could well be, but it's not being made public. If it is happening, it's being made private. I guess if Fabrizio Romero is reporting it, I mean, we'll see. But I haven't heard anything from Fabrizio Romero, to be honest. I've heard that you've been windmilling about what Saeed has said. Hashtag ball drilled in for life. He will stay for the full season, as I said before. Hit the likes, Ia Deputas, or however it sounds. I don't think we get any news tonight around 22:36 at night. No, I don't think so, to be honest. No idea. Right. Should we start off with? Oh, I think we'll start off with, I say, Mark Goldfish. Yeah, here we go. Let's start off with Mark Goldfish. I think that'd be a good one to start off with. Strap yourself in, guys. Absolutely. Let's see. 43 minutes. Disgraceful. Ball trawled gone, question mark. Manchester United 0, Tottenham goldfish match reaction. Mr. Is about to cook. Mr. Joshua J. Have a look at David De Gea's currency post. And look who's commented underneath. What did, oh, here we go. I'm just out to react to it. Mr. Joshua J, why are you so negative? No, I'm not negative, mate. I land the minerals to my football club because not many in our fan base are actually landing the minerals because a lot of the fans in our fan base are all brown envelopes. Not every single one of them, though. The small minority, like me, have the minerals say it how it is. But unfortunately, a lot of them are brown envelopes. He is a flip-flop merchant, no different to Rory Lemons. Failed actor Jennings. Huge game for my team sorrow. Oh yeah, by the way, why not subscribe to my Mr. Joshy J football channel? I will be doing a Bournemouth versus Southampton live watch along tomorrow. You had nice for your tea tonight, mate. Yes, I had salmon, mashed potatoes, and asparagus. 42 watching. Wow. Wow. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? Because I do plenty Manchester United content on here. And please subscribe as well to my Mr. Joshua J football channel. Side is only being goldfish for clicks and attention. I mean, they've had a bit of history, haven't they, before, where they've fallen out with each other. But anyway, let's get on with it. Let's see what Goldbridge has been saying, yeah? Right, here we go. Here we go. This line has already done so well. I agree. Saeed is just crying because Brent fired him and he's an idiot. And they racing so hard, basically saying that he's a fraud in goldfishes on the same agency as Ball Trawled. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Right, hang on. Just going to sort something out a second. I'm just going to link my football channel and my F1 channel in the description so people know where to find my F1 channel and football channel. Hang on, YouTube Studio, login. Smash the likes as well, people. That also helps our YouTube channel out an awful lot. Chelsea are looking so good this year, much improved. I mean, yes, their attack's looking good and their defence and that, but you know, it's like no, their attack's looking good in their midfield, but their defence is shocking, honestly. Abysmal still. Not quite back to the level yet where Chelsea Football Club should be, but you know, yeah, I'm just going to put my F1 channel and my football channel in the description. And we'll get started with Goldfish. Mark Goldbridge. My football channel. Here we go. At Mr. Joshy J football channel. My F1 channel. But yeah, I hope everyone's well. I hope your day's gone good and that. Big up to every single one of you live and locked in. This live chat is absolutely mental. And mods, any mutants in the live chat, feel free to sign them out, yeah? Here we go. Saying, there we go. Right, that's that done. My football channel, my F1 channel are in the description to this video. Oh, right, well, that's underway. Let's get started. Here we go. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Like, just watching Family Guy episode. Oh, that's okay.
Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United 0, Tottenham 3. An absolute shower from Manchester United, and not a nice shower. Certainly not what...
I agree. Well, by starters, we can definitely agree with that. Oh, hold on 2 seconds, everyone. Sorry about this. Okay, right. Sorry about that, people. I'm back now. Let's carry on. But yeah, I agree with what he said. Where's the goal there? Mark Goldbridge. Shower. Yeah, absolute shower.
With radox and, hot steamy water. Really, brown water, and absolutely stinks like a sewer. Disgusting performance from Manchester United. Of course, logically, the big question is going to be from all of the media and a lot of United fans, will INEOS act? Will they sack Ten Hag? And whilst that...
They have to. We simply have to act. It's as simple as that. If we don't act, then it's going to get more peak for us, isn't it? Absolutely more peak. Onana, the only one who can come out with every tiny bit of credit, could have been 5 or 6, if not some good saves. Disgusting performance from every other player. Has been the end of ETH. At F1 Fantasy 98 phones. Cloud Lake Lucy has replaced them in a Chelsea brown envelope.
Is an overarching question. I have to be honest and say it doesn't excite me at all. If they sack him, great. If they keep him, great. I don't want him to be sacked. I'm not saying great if they sack him. I'm being sarcastic.
Why are you still not turned on this manager, yeah? Literally, you turned on Jose Mourinho, and Jose Mourinho is a 50 times better manager than this bald ruled. But literally, look, pound notes, yeah? I will do anything for pound notes. Because the football club are literally paying him, like the brown envelopes are paying him to be the ball ruled in. It's as simple as that. Mark Goldbridge will not like it. The ball's ruled get sacked from me. You will hate it.
I don't think it will solve anything. I don't think it's going to fix anything. I've been here before. We did it to Van Gaal. I was excited about Jose. He failed. When we got rid of Jose, I was singing Ollie's at the wheel. He failed. When we got rid of Ollie, I was excited about the hipster coach from the Netherlands. He has failed. I don't, this is probably as low as I've been. By all means, let's give the CEO job to one of the Twitter experts or the other YouTube experts who seem to know what to do. But I would sit in a room with any of them and say, you don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. Nobody's got a clue. This is the definition of insanity. We are cycling round the same...
Yeah, the ball's ruled. It doesn't have a clue. Let's get the narrative right here. How long is that?
Years, every bloody 3 years, funnily enough. And I don't see a fix. I don't see a fix. I don't know how you fix this, because if you're not going to do... Well, look, take what Jose Mourinho said. What did Jose Mourinho say a few weeks ago? There are 3 players at that football club that I wanted to sell that are still there. When was Jose Mourinho at this football club? 6, 7 years ago? So
it's like they must have something in their contracts, right, to say, oh, this player cannot be sold. Actually, Green Gold Ridgeland. These players will play well under another manager for a few months and throw him under the bus. More than likely. Ball trolled should go, but so should 90% of those players. Facts, absolute facts. Josh, how dare you call out Mark Goldbridge?
if you look at the game today, and forget everything external. Forget whether you want to sack the manager, keep the manager, whatever player you want to blame today, whatever agenda you're going to run with. I look at that game today, and I'm going to use Delo as an example, a player I really like, a player that I think epitomizes growth, consistency, and attitude.
I think he's having a good season, to be honest, Diego Dalo. I think he's improved a lot, but he was shocking today, like most of the first team, to be honest. Absolutely shocking. No one likes Art Goldbridge on YouTube. No more, I don't think, mate. I mean, it's because he's become a brown envelope. It's such a shame because I used to like Mark Goldbridge before he became a brown envelope. I used to listen to him all the time, to be honest. Jadon Sancho must be pissing himself right now, laugh out loud. Certainly doing a good job, isn't he? As Ralph Raniak said, the club needs major surgery, and he was right. Facts, absolute facts. But yeah, a lot of Man United fans actually hammered him for that, but he was spot on. Let's get the narrative right here.
This is what terrifies me about Man United today, is that I can't believe how bad Delo was in that first half. Unbelievably bad. To the point of sabotage bad. It was unrecognisable. If he'd have took a mask off and underneath that mask had been John, my postman, I would have gone, that makes sense. It was unbelievably bad. And that was the same for Mazraoui.
I think Post and Pat would even struggle to deliver a letter to these players, honestly. Any postman would. I mean, these players are a disgrace. Mark Goldbridge is a god. If you don't like him, then you're just jealous hater. Thanks. Look, this is the thing, right? I don't actually hate him. It's just because, he talks so much PR bollocks about this football club, but this is what I can't stand. But I do like him. Look, I have made a video saying I apologise to Ralph Raniak. Go and check it out on my channel, yeah? Army Slot is showing the ball trolls how to manage. Facts, absolute facts.
I thought De Ligt was bad. Obviously Rashford was bad. Bruno was bad. There were other bad. There wasn't. Let's put it this way: there wasn't an okay performance. It was all bad. And for the whole week, we've been going. This Spurs game is a must-win game. It's absolutely massive. Last night we were doing the show. It's massive. This morning, it's massive. It's such a big game. How is it 75,000 Man United fans know that in the stadium? And millions of Man United fans know that worldwide. But the 11 players that get the opportunity, or should I say, prize, the 11 players that get the honour of wearing a Man United shirt in a massive game, basically walk out, take the shirt off and wipe their arse with it. And that to me is absolute.
Like, I even stopped watching the last 10 minutes of the game because I could not be fucking asked, to watch the last 10 minutes. Because why should I watch the last 10 minutes, yeah? Because literally, them players were showing no fight whatsoever. And I was too depressed to watch the end. But then you're a fake fan, Mr. Joshy J. Oh, get in the bin, yeah? Seriously, get in the bin. No way. I've been supporting my football club for 25 years. These players today showed absolutely no fight. So why should I watch the end of the game? And if I lived close to Old Trafford, I would have went home because what's the point in staying if these players are not going to show any fight whatsoever? Let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right here. Slot to go for a world-class team. Facts. The weather's like Man United today, mate. Yep, I agree. Yeah. But anyway, let's continue.
Incredible. I can't get my head around that. So, regardless of the Ten Hag in out conversation, regardless of what INEOS do, regardless of whatever, new thing we're meant to get behind, I just can't move past this anymore. I can't move past the fact that I can't trust and do not trust these players. They are completely and utterly weak. They are weak-minded players who do not care enough about this club to bother to turn up.
I actually agree with that. We have a lot of players who do not care about the Manchester United badge, okay? All they care about is the money, 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 pound notes. Let's get the narrative right here. It's absolutely have it right here. Big up to every single one of you live and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. This live chat is going crazy tonight.
One or two players, I might expect it. I've seen them do it before. There are certain players on that pitch today who've sacked 3 or 4 managers. So, it's nothing new. But some of those players have only been here a few weeks.
Oh, bloody hurt.
Some of those players are actually good. And it's almost like a WhatsApp group went round and said, nah, we're not doing this today. We're not. It was incredible. And there is a word for it: disgrace. And you know what? For the last 2 years, I've been very positive about this. And it's not because I like Ten Hag. I think there are aspects of his management that are very, very frustrating. I think he's very stubborn. I think stubbornness around certain players is frustrating. A lot of people were frustrated that Ahmad didn't start. And you could look at that and go, well, he would have done better than the players he picked. There are aspects of Ten Hag that are very frustrating. But I've chosen, as many have as well, and maybe still choose, to believe that sacking another manager is just not going to make any difference. We're just going to get back on the cycle. We need to walk down a less trodden path where we just keep sacking managers and blaming managers, and we actually look at what's going on above and what's going on below. And that is why I've tried to stick with this for 2 years. Honestly, I don't really care what they do now, because I've had my optimism broken to such a point that during that game today, I was just like, I don't know why I bother. I don't know why I bother being optimistic, because you are banging your head against the brick wall. There is no optimism. There is no fix. It is what it is. There are so many clubs better than us. We are living a fucking lie, and no manager's going to come in and change that unless we clear out a squad that we.
Yeah, I mean, do you go to Man United games? I've not been to Man United games since January 2020, mate. That's the last time I went to Old Trafford. I used to be a member, but then I gave it up because it was a long way to travel. McTominay, fantastic at Napoli, playing far better than he ever did at United. Our club is rotten to the core. Facts, absolute facts. Couldn't agree with you more, mate.
Won't clear out. We have got players in that team that are not trustworthy. We can name them if you want to, but I'll be naming them when the new manager comes in, because I'm not going to be positive with the new manager. I'll get behind the new manager. I want Man United to win, but I'm not pretending that the new manager, like I did with Ten Hag, like I did with Ollie, like I did with Jose.
See, this is one thing I don't understand, is that Jose Mourinho was a much better manager than what the Bulls ruled is, but yeah, he used to call him out a lot, but yeah, he doesn't call out this manager. This is what I don't understand, man, about, Mark Goldbridge. I really don't. It's like, what are we doing here?
Oh, this is the one. This is the one we've been waiting for. No, absolutely not. It won't be the one. It won't be the one we're waiting for, because guess what? Rashford will still be on the fucking wing, ducking out of tackles like a coward. Bruno will be doing nothing else and getting sent off. Maguire and Lindelof will probably be backup centre-backs. We probably still won't have a fucking left-back. I mean, can I just talk about that? As bad as Delo is, I've said it, you've said it, we're going to get found out for not having a left-back. We're going to get found out for only having 2 fullbacks. Mazraoui was shit. Delo was shit. What do? You can't take either of them off. You can't.
Oh, look, Mascherari, no doubt about it. That was his worst performance so far in the Man United shirt. Let's get the narrative right here. Honestly, Goldfish has particularly got 4 different channels on YouTube at least, because Jose Mourinho's a winner and doesn't like losing mentality at all club. No wonder he failed at Spurs. Thanks.
One of them off. And we knew this in the summer. We knew in the summer we didn't have a left back. And lo and behold, our left back has an absolute stinker. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. So a new manager comes in, or Ruud van Nistelrooy comes in. You know what'll happen? The players will get in their WhatsApp group, like they obviously did today, and said, we don't fancy it. Fuck the fans. Fuck the shirt. We don't fancy it today. Who knows why they didn't fancy it? Maybe they want to change. Maybe they've had enough of this manager. I don't know, but they didn't fucking fancy it. For whatever reason, they've turned up today and gone, we don't fancy this, lads. We don't do this today, because I've never seen such a...
Is there an indication to why the players maybe didn't turn up? Oh, yeah, because they've had enough of this manager. Because they know how much of a bully he is towards the players, yeah? Let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right. Unfortunately, we got post-Prime Mourinho. I was buzzing when he arrived, but he was a massive disaster too.
Disgraceful performance from a set of players since the last one. That was disgusting. I couldn't even bring myself to watch that first half an hour again. It was disgusting. It was cowardly.
Same as I didn't watch the last 10 minutes, because what's the fucking point?
They couldn't pass. They couldn't tackle. They weren't. Yeah, it was cowards. Cowards. That is not what Manchester United is. But what'll happen is we'll bring a new manager in. They'll get in the WhatsApp group and they'll go, right, let's make sure everybody knows it was Ten Hag's fault. So for the next 3 months, let's absolutely bang it. Let's get the results. And don't tell me it won't happen, because guess who it happened to? Jose. They look like a bunch of fucking blindfolded pricks under Jose in the last 2 months. Ollie.
I agree. Like the third season, it was an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster, man. Third season with Jose Mourinho. Literally third season syndrome.
In with a song, and they play like the world beaters for 3 months, and then we've done enough now, and then they go back to playing like blindfolded pricks again. People forget that for 3 months under Ollie, we were brilliant, and then Ollie gets a contract. You go to Everton and you get stuff, because they did that to try and show the world that Jose was the problem. That's why they did it. They played really well. They tried. They downed tools to get rid of Jose, and then they tried to show the world it was Jose's problem. But after 3 months, they couldn't be arsed, because they're inconsistent, weak players. And this is what'll happen again. We'll get rid of Ten Hag. They'll try for Ruud for 3 months or whatever. And then after 3 months, they'll go, yeah, can't be asked to do that. It's too much like hard work. I've got to go back to being an inconsistent waste of space again. So I don't see the fix. I don't see the fix. And that's the devastating thing today. I just don't see the fix. And, also, I think, what are in his, what, unfortunately as well, what do INEOS do? What do INEOS do next? Because unfortunately for...
Sack him, take action, and get rid of him, yeah? It's as simple as that. If you want to progress as a football club, it's about time you got ruthless INEOS, yeah? Give this manager his payout, piss him off now in here, and let's get someone else in, yeah? I remember 3-1 when Shaqiri scored the brace under Jose. It's a bit of a blow. Real Madrid only gets the draw against their rivals Atletico Madrid, given Barcelona lost to Osasuna last night. Anytime we have a strong manager and the players feel bullied, and we have a nice guy like Solskjaer, they didn't sex him. I despise these players. And I actually thought, Tom, that our football under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was better than what it is under the ball ruled. Under the ball ruled. It's boring, pragmatic, this and that. It's like, no. Honestly, what are we doing here?
They've done so much good. But they didn't sell Rashford. They gave Bruno a contract. They bought all these players. They kept Ten Hag. They're now probably going to sack Ten Hag. They're going to be stuck with the players that they kept. I mean, look, I'm not blaming INEOS here. What I'm saying is, I agreed with some of the stuff they did.
At Vodafone, experience the epic Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
But what I'm trying to say is, INEOS have now on their CV got big mistakes on it, like massive mistakes. And those people who said, well, take a look at what they did at Nice, it wasn't good, they're going to be flooding back going, you're all idiots. I mean, I remember Simon Jordan saying it. You know, I think Simon Jordan talks a lot of shit, but sometimes he talks a bit of sense. And he said,
Oh, look, Simon Jordan, what an absolute runner he is. He talks so much bollocks, honestly. It is jarring, absolutely jarring. We played a shit football since Alex Ferguson retired. Every manager has seen a failure, and the football team has been trash, except a few months under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Thanks. I agree, Keto.
I don't know what the big party is about INEOS because their footprint in football isn't actually that good. And unfortunately, I'm not saying he's right. I hope they can prove him wrong. But where we are at the moment, they've made some big decisions that look bad decisions. You know, I actually agree with, but I'm not the CEO. I'm not the owner of the football club. I'm not party to what goes on behind the scenes. I don't know what the dressing room's like. I don't know what the player mentalities are like. We only see what we see. They do. They gave Bruno Fernandes a contract. I thought it was a good idea, but I didn't like 300 grand a week. Well, the new manager, this is what I'm trying to say. The new manager, when you sack Ten Hag, the new manager has Bruno Fernandes for 3 years on 300k a week. The new manager has got Marcus Rashford.
I mean, how on earth is he on 300,000 a week? That is an absolute disgrace and an embarrassment to the name Manchester United Football Club. We have him on that much money, number 8. What are we doing here, people? Seriously, what are we doing?
On 300k a week for 4 years. So the new manager has still got those problems that were shite today. So I don't see a quick fix. I really don't. I think we are fucking miles off. And I don't think changing the manager will get us, it might get us a little bit close.
I agree. We are miles off. Absolutely miles off.
But it's not. What do Man United need? We probably need another £1 billion and a clear out again. We probably need open heart surgery again. And that's the scary thing. Sahil says the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and hoping for a different outcome. Well, mate, I don't have any answers for you anymore. I think we pontificate and pretend that we do. And look, maybe some of you who've been screaming Ten Hag out for months, instead of saying, I told you so, you can tell us what we do next. Because I've been asking you this for a year. So if you're celebrating tonight or happy because you've been proven right, well done. But what are we doing next? Because this is something many people will not tell us. It's all about sacking Ten Hag, but what are we doing next? Who are we going for next? And where is the money coming from for the next manager? And are we going to sell the players that have sacked 3 or 4 managers, or are they going to stay as well? And what are we going to do with the new players? And how is a new manager going to stop performances like this that are completely and utterly unpreventable and unfathomable? I mean, somebody said in the watch along, it's on the manager to motivate the players and make them play well. Last time I checked, that's not the case. Because if that was the case, then Pep Guardiola wouldn't buy the world's best players. He'd win the Premier League with Preston. You have to have it in you. You have to have consistency in you. And what we have at Man United for a long time, and Ronaldo said this, and Mourinho said this, and Ollie said this, if you've got one bad apple in the fruit bowl, it makes the whole fruit bowl rotten. We have never got rid of all the bad apples, so we will never get consistency. And you look at Arsenal with Arteta, they gave him the freedom to get rid of Aubameyang, to get rid of Ozil, to get rid of the problems, no matter what their wage was on. You look at Pep Guardiola, he will be allowed to buy 3 or 4 right backs to get the right back that he wants. You look at Klopp, he was given the freedom at Liverpool to get rid of the players he didn't want and bring the players in he wanted to. You look at Jose, you look at Ollie, you look at Ten Hag, they've never been given the freedom to get rid of all the players. They're allowed to get rid of some, but some can't be sold. You're not allowed to sell Martial and Shaw. You're not allowed to sell Maguire. You're not allowed, So until that happens, how are we going to get anywhere? Look, the poll says 64% of you would sack Ten Hag, 36% of you wouldn't. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen with that in a minute. But I don't actually think it matters. The sad thing is, I don't actually care, and I don't actually think it matters. I was watching that game with you good people today, and I'm watching it, and I'm talking, and I'm seeing it, and in my head, I'm going, we're done. We're actually done. Like, I can't see a way back. We're going to build a new stadium. We're going to regenerate the area. It's going to take fucking years. And I don't know how we're paying for it. The Glazers are still here, by the way. 50% of the club is still owned by those vultures.
More actually, because INEOS only own 25%, so the Glazers still own the majority of it. They can carry on taking money out of the football club, putting into Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's get the narrative right here. What the bad players we got, mate? I mean, number 10 is awful. The captain, number 8, he's an okay player, but he's not Man United captain's standards. Just so many Deadwood players still at this football club. I'm sick and tired of it, man, honestly. Get out here.
We have still got players that will be here no matter who the manager is. They will still be here and they will still be picked because maybe their contract dictates it. Whoever your dream manager is, and I'm not picking on these two players, but whoever your next manager is, 2 of your 11 spots will be Rashford and Bruno for the next 2 years. So can you win a title? Can you be consistent with those 2 players? You answer the question. But I'm telling you now, they're still going to get picked for the next 2 years, whoever your manager is. So debt, Glazers, certain players are still going to be here. We've got to build a new stadium. And in the meantime, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, Villa are moving further and further away with better players and consistency. I mean, the contrast today, forget the managers, forget the style of play. It wouldn't matter because even if you had a great manager like Ange in charge of both teams, the Man United side decided not to turn up. Spurs, from second one, intensity, concentration, passing, they were on it. Man United in the first 5 minutes had opportunities to play good passes. They had opportunities to make good tackles. They bottled tackles. They miscontrolled the ball. Their head was not there. And I don't, and I will not trust these players. Few people are talking about the red card. Who are the bad apples in the squad? Brian, pick your mate. It's not.
I mean, yeah, he needs to be held to counsel for that today, number 8 captain. That's a definite red card. Yes, you can argue and say it was soft, but there was clear contact. He got nowhere near the ball, so he had to go. Chelsea will finish the top 4. They could well do.
What I say, I mean, look at fucking Onana. I mean, God.
My Spotify in 3 words is all over the place. That's 4 words.
What did we do to De Gea? I mean, this goalkeeper couldn't save a Word document. I mean, he's just very, very average, isn't he? I'm sure he's a nice guy and I'm sure he's very good at passing out from the back, but his saving ability is absolutely shit. I mean,
oh, come on, that is harsh. I thought he had a very good game today, Andre Onana, to be honest.
That Kulusevski goal, oh, God, I don't know. But a few people talking about the red card. Honestly, I don't think it was a red card, but if we're going to spend any time talking about that, we're missing the point. The red card doesn't change the game. We were absolutely shit before the red card and we deserved to lose the game and we were going to lose the game anyway. The red card actually might be a blessing in disguise because people get to see the team without Bruno, no matter who the manager is. I mean, look, if I was Eric Ten Hag, I would literally go into the office tomorrow and say, sack me. You're going to sack me anyway. Don't wait till the international break because I don't see the point in me going to Villa next week. I'm going to lose anyway. So you may as well give the job to the new manager now, because there's just no point. They're not going to bother. They're not going to turn up. So give it the new manager. You might get a new manager going on. I show Speeters what's going on, man. Heartbroken. I mean, just devastated, mate. Absolutely devastated. Little on quality says Rashford needs to go. Barnsley is his level. Look, honestly, it's not on Rashford. It's not on Bruno. It's not on Onana. It's not on Delo. If you'd asked me at half time who to sub, I don't know where to start. I wouldn't know where to start. I don't know who you take off. That's the crushing thing today, is that it was just so bad. And I think for me, the fullbacks were the biggest disappointment, because they're the two players that have been so consistent this season. Ten Hag bought Mount for 60 million with 1 year left on his contract, says Barkos. I think we need more Ajax players, says J Dead. Thoughts on De Ligt since joining? Because Owen and Scholes saying he isn't an upgrade on Maguire. You know what, Kingy? This is what I mean. Why are we talking about De Ligt? So we lost that game because of De Ligt, did we? Okay, good one. And did we lose it because of Agate as well? Maybe we lost it because of Xerxes and Mazraoui. Okay, fine. You know, you jump on the naive, basic British punditry bandwagon of taking a pop at foreign players. And if that makes you sleep well tonight, well done. I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm looking at Manchester United. I'm looking at, you know, the fact that nobody turned up. The fact that some of these players have been here a few weeks. Some of these players have been here a few years. Where you want to point the finger of blame is up to you, but you can't tell me De Ligt was shit and Martinez was fantastic. You can't tell me that Agate was shit and Mainu was amazing. Like, the whole team was crap. Absolutely crap. So I don't really... I'm sure it will happen. I'm sure people will pin it on one player, but there's no point pinning it on Rashford. There's no point pinning it on Bruno. The whole team didn't turn up. And what's the most important thing about team? It's everybody. Nobody turned up. Nobody turned up. So how can you individualize it? I would not have known. If we'd have had 11 players on the pitch at half time, who do you sub on? You've got to make subs, but who do you take off and who do you take on? You know, I don't know. Phil says, I doubt their contracts say they must play every game, seeing how they keep moaning about having to play too much football, says Phil. No ball retention from the start, says Dowald. Ten Hag had his chance, says Evans. Yeah, but you know what, Evans? You're not going to get agreement out of me on that one, I'm afraid. I'm not bothered if they sack Ten Hag. I'm past it. I just really just don't care anymore. If the players can't be asked, what's the point in being passionate as a fan? I'll support the club. I mean, tomorrow is another day, but I don't care. I'm not fighting for Ten Hag. I'm not fighting for individual players. If they don't want to fight for us, I can't be asked. But what I will say is, I completely disagree with people trying to pin this on the manager. He is responsible, but he is not the only responsible. Like I said, if you've just started watching Man United in the last 2 years, then you're very naive, because we've been in this position with Ollie, we've been in this position with Mourinho, we've been in this position with Moyes, we've been in this position with Van Gaal, and now we're back in it with Ten Hag, and we're in this position with Ranieri. If this is a shock to you tonight, well, I don't know where you've been. We've been in this position literally 6 times in the last 10 years. It's always the same.
But the thing is, I've never known us to be like 12th place with a -3 goal difference. I mean, what is that all about? It's not harsh goal bridges. 100% facts. Hashtag Xenog. Hashtag balls ruled for life.
And it's always pinned on the manager. And it never is just the manager. In fact, most of the time, as with Jose, it's the players not turning up for whatever reason. Too much player power at that football club. I can't believe how bad they were from the start of that game. I can't believe you can turn up in that atmosphere in a game like that and put such little effort in. They were like deers in the headlights, absolutely terrified. Sid says you're giving these players too much credit. They can play against that Spurs press. Same thing for Liverpool. I don't think there's a conspiracy. They just can't deal with it, says Sid. Mark is on fire. Preach, never Eric Ten Hag's fault, says Pete. So, well, it is Ten Hag's fault. I'm not defending Ten Hag. It is his fault. Of course it's his fault. But it's not only his fault. And I think that's what irritates me. Obviously, you've got these morons in the fan base that are obsessed with being right, and it's about watching the world burn down, and that's what society can be like. I get that. But, are we going to have a proper conversation, or are we just going to... Look, these people who are saying it's all on Ten Hag out. In 3 years' time, whoever the next poor manager will be, they'll do it to them.
Look, I want the balls ruled out, okay, but some of these players have got to take a long, hard, good look at themselves, yeah? They've been an absolute disgrace. It's about time we terminated some of their contracts. Think how much money it is taken up on our wage bill. Let's get an everything right here. It's absolutely shocking how they're still in this football club.
Because some of us have been here. It's all Jose's fault. It's all Jose's fault. Get rid of him. Oh, it's all Ollie's fault. Get rid of Ollie. Oh, it's all Van Gaal's fault. Get rid of Van Gaal, right?
YouTube Premium for YouTube and exclusive access to all.
But it wasn't all Van Gaal's fault, and it wasn't all Jose's fault, and it wasn't all Ollie's fault. They probably all needed to get sacked, and Ten Hag probably will need to get sacked. But sacking him will not change it. What are you going to do? You know, instead of standing outside Old Trafford or in your bedroom or whatever, or you know, you know what? It's very easy to say sack the manager. Let's sack Ten Hag tonight. It must happen tonight. Let's do it tonight. But what are we doing tomorrow? What are we doing tomorrow? Like, I'm very rarely don't have an opinion, but what are we doing tomorrow? I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. Should we give it to Ruud? Bit of continuity. He knows some of the players that we've brought in. He's been coaching them.
To be honest, I'll put him in temporary charge until we find the right manager. Let's see how Ruud van Nistelrooy does as a temporary manager. I mean, don't give it to him permanently. Just appoint him, steady the ship, and let's bring in an elite manager.
We get a bit of a bounce, and then probably around Christmas time, we go somewhere like Man City, and Ruud gets his arse handed on a plate because the players don't fancy it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, let's sack the manager. Let's give it to Ruud. In 2 months' time after the bounce, we'll go and play a good team. And some of these players will go, well, I don't fucking fancy that. I like you, Ruud, but you're on your own. And then by February, he's lost 2 or 3 games, and everyone's like, no, he's not the man. We need Tuchel in the summer. And then Ruud's gone. Tuchel comes in, another rebuild. You're not good enough. Another 300 million. And then Tuchel comes in.
Thing is, the thing what I don't like about this manager is how he is a bully towards other players. He's fallen out with so many other players and kept using the excuses of injuries this past season. I mean, what are we doing here, people?
You get a bit of a bounce again, and then you play a good team, and you get your arse handed on a plate again. That's the point for me tonight, is that by all means, sack the manager. Like, absolutely fine by me. Do it. I wouldn't do it, but do it. I've got no leg to stand on, so do it. But the reason I wouldn't do it is because I don't see us not being in this position in a year or 6 months or 2 years or 3 years. I'm absolutely convinced. If I can be honest about one thing, if I can be predicting one thing, is that we will be back here. And people are saying Nagelsmann, and people are saying deluded bridge. Mate, what in the last 10 years do you think you're going to do differently to make this work? Please tell me. Don't say deluded. Don't say, lost the plot. Don't say Nagelsmann. What are we going to do when Ten Hag is gone that is going to change what we've done from the last 10 years? Do you genuinely believe that Nagelsmann's going to come in and go, Bruno, I want you to get in the game more. I want you to play like Odegaard every week. I want you to lead the team, get hold of the ball, look after the ball, and give me an 8 out of 10 every week. Marcus Rashford, I want you to be like Saka every week. I want you to contribute, play well, consistently, score goals. Create goals, and I want you to do it every week. And do you think Bruno and Rashford are going to go, oh, you know what? It's that easy. Rangnick never said this to me. Ten Hag never said it to me. And Ollie never said it to me. I'll do it for you, Gaffer. I'll do it. And then we're going to win the league. Do you really think that's going to happen? And obviously I'm using Rashford and Bruno because, they've been here for a while. But, say it to Delo. Oh, Luke Shaw, let me touch your leg. I've got healing hands. You'll be fit for 60 games a season and play till you're 49. Yeah, it's just not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen. And that's why I despair. because I'm like, oh my God, there's people who are just so locked on sacking the manager. They've not thought about what comes afterwards because they genuinely think Jesus Christ is going to manage us and heal the club. Maybe you can get Michael Jackson to come down as well and he can sing Heal the World while we're doing it. It's just not going to happen, is it? It's not going to. And maybe they can get an honor and say, you know, we're going to give you go gadget arms. And, you know, you're going to make saves now instead of, you know, moving your hand away like a bloody EAFC keeper. Like, it's just.
Yeah. I mean, he does make some very good points. But the fact that he's still not the ball's ruled out is. I don't understand the logic behind it. I really don't, because surely nearly every supporter in our fan base will now be the ball's ruled out. You've seen people leaving in the 80th minute. It's like now, surely more and more people will start to turn on this manager. I mean, it's a mess, man. What a mess. Anyway, let's have a look at what rants and bants is saying.
Manchester United 0, Tottenham 3, blood. And you know what? Yeah, I'm seething. Because man looked at this team, yeah, at the start. And bro, I said to you, I said, as much as I don't have no faith in us, Tottenham ain't got no attack, bro. If Tottenham had attackers today, this could have been a biblical beatdown, you know. 3-0 actually flatters us because this was a 7-8. Like, when we look.
I mean, if Tottenham were more clinical with their finishing than that would mean an absolute hammering for us. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right. I think he's gone in the morning when we get out of bed. It's not the manager problem, it's a player problem. Good evening to you, Mr. Olsen. By the way, thank you for joining me this evening. Much appreciated. If you are new to our YouTube channel, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy Manchester United content. Look, it's not all on the manager. Okay, it's mainly on these players who don't want to play for the football club, not playing for the badge. It's like, I want to see players who play for the badge, like what the class of 92 did. The only one I say what's playing for the badge really is Kobe Mainoo. And I don't even think Kobe Mainoo has had a great season. It looks like he's falling victim to the Bulls' rules. Absolutely disgraceful United performance at home. Bulls rules days numbered. I completely agree with you, Private Ping Pong. Facts, absolute facts. Big up. What do you do, Josh? Mate, United. It's like, it's crazy, isn't it? But we're in such a mess.
7-0 to Liverpool. We were not this bad. And people are going to come out and they're going to scapegoat players like Xerxes and stuff like that because this is what this fan base do, bro. This is what they do. They always know who they scapegoat. And all the guys that...
Well, you've been saying Ugrate is a scrub already. And Ugrate's only been here for a few matches. So, what are we doing here?
tend to be the scapegoats, tend to look the same way, innit? They always got one thing in common, bro. You man are a fucking disgrace, blood. It was Sancho's fault before. Sancho's not here. Freest.
No, it was the Bulls' rules fault. Yeah, literally the Bulls' rules bullied Jadon Sancho. That's why he wasn't really trying for Man United. Look at what's happened since he's gone to Chelsea. He's absolutely landing the minerals at Chelsea. Love rants like I do. I mean, I like him as well.
It's in 3 games. Pogba's not good enough. Bruno's better than Pogba. Your captain goes and gets sent off today. You man are always looking for someone to blame. No Martial to blame this time. It's always the same shit with you, man. You'll never fucking learn, innit? I'm tired of this. Ahmad on the bench today. What a surprise. I'm glad Ahmed never started because he ain't there to be scapegoated, mate. Flipping Bruno Fernandes, bro. Man will say it won a red card. You know why it was a red card, bro? Because I'm tired of him. Now I don't need to see him for 3 games. Brilliant. Can't wait to watch the next 3 games with him not playing. We might actually win. Who knows? He's a scumbag, bruv. He sucks. And all the cheating and
Thing is now, with him being out of the next couple of games, as he said, we may even play better. Then just goes to show that the captain, number 8, is part of the issue. Big up what you do on YouTube, and Josh, mate. Bosh! I appreciate that. Ransom pants running.
diving that this guy does, yeah, and you man still love him, yeah. His fake GA, yeah. Guess what? He's not here for the next 3 games. I can't wait, mate. Do you know what I mean? I might bring some snacks on stream, blood. Then get real comfortable, blood. Might see some football. He's a bum. He's a bum. And look at this team here, Garnacho and Rashford. I knew what was going to happen. Ahmad was dropped against Liverpool as well, bro, because guess what? As soon as we play against decent teams, the manager says, oh, don't worry, we don't need any footballers. Ugarte, you garbage. You Gallagher, bruv. Another game where he does absolutely nothing. I felt sorry for Xerxes today because you're running around up front. You're not really getting any good passes. And then when you do get it, you lay it off. You're not going to get it back because we're going to turn the ball over.
See, I don't understand why the ball troll didn't start Hoyland. Because if you wanted to score more goals, surely Hoyland would have been the better option to start.
It's a striker's nightmare playing in games like this for a team like Man United with no structure. But nah, it's all right. Let's blame Xerxes, bro. Let's ignore the fact that Ugarte can't play a fucking 5-yard pass. Let's ignore that. Let's ignore the fact that Lissandro just likes giving the ball away under no pressure for no reason. Let's ignore that. Flipping out, Garnacho and Rashford, bro. 2 brain-dead wide players, bro. I've been saying, yeah, as bad as Timo Werner is, he's better than Rashford and Garnacho, bro. And Werner's useless. He's useless, but he's better than them 2. These men are rubbish. When are you lot going to get it into your heads? You lot ran Sancho out the team, bro. You ran him out the club. What, so Garnacho and Rashford could survive? You man don't want to win nothing. You're not serious. That's why these men are saying, oh, yeah, no, you got to keep Ten Hag, bro. You won the FA Cup. Since when did winning the FA Cup keep a manager at Man United? These guys pushed.
Didn't keep Fano in the job, though, did it? The football club still decided to sack him.
Flipping Van Gaal, the best manager we've had post-Ferguson. You pushed him out the club. You pushed him out the club for a washed-up Jose Mourinho, yeah? After winning the FA Cup and finishing 5th on goal difference. But you're trying to keep a manager that finished 8th with a minus goal difference, finished bottom of the Champions League group, and spent nearly 700 million. This is the guy that you wanted to keep in here, bro. These fans are the reason why the club is where it is. The saddest thing about today is it's only 3-0. It should have been 8, blood. I need to make sure this manager's dead and he stays dead, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why they put a bullet in the head just to make sure he don't get up. Man needed the exclamation point today. I felt like the 3-0 weren't enough, blood. Because I'm at the point where this guy needs to leave by any means necessary. If you want this manager to remain at this football club, you don't give a shit about this club. You don't care, bro. You're an enabler, bro. You're just prolonging the suffering, bro. Everything about this defeat today was the manager's fault. The first goal that we conceded, remind you of anything? Let's go back to the
Daniel
last game
Knight,
against
14.
20 with a player just running straight through our team. Happened again. Got nothing to do with personnel. Everything to do with the structure of the team. Man United in transition, yeah, when we get counter-pressed, we have no shape, no rest defense, no nothing. As soon as we're attacking, we're the most vulnerable. As soon as we turn the ball over, we're done. Van der Ven ran the length of the pitch and squared it to the back post. Free tapping for fucking Brendan Johnson, bro. Fucking Jaden Smith. This is what we're doing. Every time we have the ball, we're vulnerable because we're not set up properly. Ugarte.
Who's to blame that? Oh, yeah, the ball trolled because he picks the team and picks the system.
Bro, he's rubbish. Playing him in there with Kobe Mino. Off the ball, Kobe Mino's vulnerable, bro. He's vulnerable. He's not mobile enough to cover the amount of space that he's being asked to cover. The same thing that Cass struggles with, he struggles with. We need to play a lot more compact if we're going to play Kobe Mino in the midfield. He's not a road runner. This manager just loves road runners. If Rasmus was fit, he would have started him instead of Xerxes because he just likes road runners. You don't like football IQ players. You don't like technical players. When Cass and Eriksson came on with 10 men, we looked better on the ball with 10 without Bruno on the pitch than with 11 with that rat on the pitch. That tells you everything you need to know. On paper, we are not this bad. We are not as far away from these other teams, yeah, on paper. On paper, Tottenham are not a better team than us, but guess what? Paper don't play football matches. If you gave Postecoglou this Man United team, yeah, and flipping Ten Hag had that Tottenham team, yeah, we would have put 8 past that Spurs team. Easily, if they set up the way we set up and we set up the way Tottenham set up. Because the difference in quality is there, bro. The difference in quality is there. This Tottenham team in the attacking third are not great. That's why Arsenal let them have the ball and still beat them, bro, because Tottenham ain't really a threat. You have to be super, super shit to concede 3 goals to Tottenham. And that's what we were. This is all on the manager. We can sit here and we can blame individuals till the cows come home. I don't think any individual player today played so bad that they deserve the blame for this performance. This performance was 100% on the manager. He's sending these guys out to die, and I think that these guys, they're fed up now. You can see it in their body language. When Kobe got subbed off, he looked fuming. He's looked unhappy all season. Garnacho's always going to run around anyway because that's what he does, innit? That's his USP, bro. No quality, but he'll run around. He looked frustrated. Rashford looked frustrated, but who cares, innit? Rashford's been given nearly 10 years, bro. I don't feel sorry for the guy, not one bit. But these players don't believe in this manager anymore. Put us out of our misery, bruv. These men turned up to a gunfight with a fucking tambourine blood and a stick of chewing gum blood. Bruv, they weren't prepared for what was about to happen today. They weren't prepared. I'm sick and tired of this flipping egghead, bro. Man are making bare excuses. He was coming out the other day saying, oh, because of financial restraints, he's had to rely on younger players. Are you taking the piss, bro? You know the amount of money you spent? You know the amount of loan signings you've had? Flipping Amrabat that you didn't use. Regulon that you didn't use. Man backed you and ended up bringing in Sabitzer, who you didn't use. Wout, Weghorst, all these players on loan. I've never seen Man United utilize the loan market so frequently to prop up a dud manager. This guy's the worst manager in the league by far. I sit down just before this and I watch Ipswich, yeah, outplay Aston Villa for large spells with Kieran McKenna, a geezer that's been in management for a very short period of time. This Ten Hag, yeah, is older than Pep Guardiola. But these men are talking about give him time, bro. You are not, yeah, marking and judging this manager on what he's doing. You're judging him on what you hope he can.
Time for what? Time for what exactly, yeah? Real talk, time for what? Because we're not progressing. I've not seen any progress from this season or last season. None whatsoever. Yes, bringing in a different manager may not resolve the issues straight away, but literally you could get a tune out of the players, whether it's going to be permanently or temporarily. Anyway, let's carry on.
Bro, this fan base is sick, bro. You man need to be put down, bro. Don't group me with these guys. Don't group me with them. I can't stand these top reds and these dumb Man United fans here that are putting us through this. Because if the whole fan base fucking thought like me, bro, we would have got rid of this guy a long time ago, bro. Because you think a man's surviving at Real Madrid for fucking finishing 8th and winning the Copa del Rey? They would have burnt down the guy's house, bro. That's what they would have fucking.
Because Real Madrid fans have standards. The Premier League is a PR amateur league. Just fans in this country literally just do not have the same standards as European fans do, but these have the standards in this football club. Let's get the narrative right here.
fucking done. But you man out here writing letters to the owners. You man are losers, bro. Don't group me with these guys. This is why these guys hate me online, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because I hold a certain level of standards, yeah, in my own life. So I'm going to hold my fucking club to the same standard. Most of these men, when they look down, they can't even see their fucking Johnson, bro, because they got a fat belly in front of it, bro. That's the standard that you're holding for yourself, blood. That's the standard, bro. Don't group me with these men. Don't do it. I'm telling you, we need this guy out by any means necessary. Rance, you're not a real football fan. Whatever. You're not a real Man United fan. Whatever. I don't care. Call me what you want, bro. Get this guy out. I don't mind being the bad guy. I don't mind being the guy that everyone's gonna blame. Rance, you're so negative. Who cares, bruv? Get this guy out. If we need to lose the next game, lose the game. We lost 14 league games last season, bro. We've only lost 3, blood. We still got 11 in the chamber, bruv. Run them. Run the losses. Run them. If it gets my man out. Porto away. 3-0 Porto. Lovely. We take it. We finished bottom of the Champions League last season, bro. Bottom of the group. What? Well, you think I'm not used to losing in Europe? Run me the 3-0 right now. Where do I sign? Aston Villa away. What? 3-0 Villa, bruv? Where do I sign, bruv? Get this guy out of here. I don't care, bruv. Call me what you want, bruv. I'm still here, bruv. I'm not going nowhere. I don't care. This team needs a new coach, bruv. And even though Ruud van Nistelrooy is not the answer long term, short term, he can't do any worse than this bald fraud, yeah? That sounds like Chat GPT with a virus, bro. Can't articulate himself. This guy's fucking buffering, bro. This guy's on dial-up internet. Get this guy out of here. By any means necessary. If I need 3 more losses in the next 3 to guarantee his demise, bruv, take a dive, players, bro. I swear down. I know some of you players are going to see this, bro. I know you're going to see this. I'll be real, yeah? If you love the club, you will down tools, blood. That's what you will do, fam. That's what you will do. You need a contingency plan, bruv. You man watch WWE. Triple H used to have the sledgehammer strapped to the bottom of the table. You need to make sure, yeah, that you have a plan B in case plan A don't work. I know you don't want him there. Activate plan B, blood. Flip the table over and grab the sledgehammer, bruv. Make sure, fam. Because this is where it is. This is red alert right now. Make sure he goes. I don't care what you man have to do. I'm not holding nothing against you. For the rest of the season and Ten Hag's here, I ain't blaming none of these players no more. We need him out, blood. You see me? Players, we're on the same side, innit? I know you don't like him. I don't like him either. You man have got immunity for the rest of the season, blood. Just get this flipping egghead out my club.
Facts, absolute facts. Yeah, I mean, he did make some very, very good points there. Here we go. Rory Jennings. What's he been saying? Here we go.
Your Howden's Kitchen through a trade professional. Book your free design appointment now.
I honestly cannot believe what we witnessed at Old Trafford today. That is undoubtedly the worst performance of the Eric Ten Hag era, and there are some serious contenders. I mean, there have been some woeful moments under him. Think of those catastrophic European attempts. Think about the trouncing by Liverpool. Think about what happened when they went away to Istanbul. But nothing quite comes close to what we witnessed today. Playing Tottenham at Old Trafford. Dr. Tottenham, the theory that Tottenham are the perfect fixture when you need a result. Playing Tottenham at home, Dr. Tottenham, without Tottenham's best player. When, let's face it, Tottenham have been on the ropes a little bit this season themselves. It was a gift for Ten Hag, an opportunity for Ten Hag, the perfect opposition to make a statement with. And what happened? Tottenham were head and shoulders above Manchester United. Tottenham were sensational from the second that the referee blew the whistle. If you just watch the first 70 seconds of the game, it will tell you everything that you need to know about that game of football. It will be a microcosm of everything that happened thereafter. Tottenham were hungry. Tottenham were determined. Tottenham were organised. Tottenham wanted it. Manchester United were totally and utterly in disarray. And in every single metric, Tottenham were better. They're in every single metric that you were to analyse that game, Tottenham were better. They were technically more adept. They were managerially better set up. They were more hungry, more determined. They were everything that Manchester United should be. And that first half that we witnessed at Old Trafford today will go down as one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen the great Manchester United play. And I genuinely mean that. They were embarrassed.
The great Manchester United. I mean, oh my goodness me. What are we doing here? Maybe focus on Chelsea, yeah? Oh no, wait, you're an Arsenal fan. Probably. Yep. Brown envelopes everywhere.
And the players and the manager should be ashamed because Manchester United are a club, a prestigious club, the second biggest club in the world, arguably. And that first half was about as bad as it's ever been. 12 shots on goal were faced by Manchester United in a half of football. I mean, how didn't Tottenham score more goals? The only player that I think came out of it with any sort of pedigree, any sort of opportunity to keep his chin held high was Andre Onana. It was so poor from Manchester United. And the camera, it cut to Wayne Rooney. And suddenly you find yourself transported to a different time, don't you? You find yourself transported to a time when Old Trafford was a fortress. Going to Old Trafford was intimidating. Going to Old Trafford and getting a draw was a dream come true because Wayne Rooney was there setting the standards. How things have changed. You now go to Old Trafford and you expect a result. Manchester United have lost at home 3-0 to Tottenham. This season is basically brand new. And Manchester United have lost at home 3-0 twice already this season. It is unbelievable. And the most important thing that we need to acknowledge, over the recent months when we've been talking about Ten Hag's Manchester United, we have often spoken about the injuries. And I have often put that forward as an opportunity to defend Eric Ten Hag. I've suggested that the injury crisis at Manchester United made his job impossible. The Manchester United team that played today and got battered by Tottenham Hotspur were about as good as it gets. That's it. That is it. The team that we witnessed today was it. Luke Shaw wasn't available. Højlund arguably starts in their strongest 11. But that was the team. And let's face it, there are some very good players on the pitch and they are just simply not performing. I mean, Dalot today, how bad was Dalot? And I mean, Ten Hag is going to constantly point at the sending off, isn't he? Anybody that is backing Ten Hag is going to detract from the catastrophe that we saw, from the embarrassment that we saw, and is going to focus upon the sending off. Now, don't get me wrong, Bruno Fernandes was harshly treated, but I still hold him responsible. Bruno Fernandes is the captain of Manchester United, the great Manchester United. He has the honour of wearing that armband, an honour that is, that armband.
We were the great Manchester United, not so much these days, are we? Nowhere near the great Manchester United.
Is steeped in the tradition of Brian Robson. It's steeped in the tradition of Roy Keane, Steve Bruce, great Manchester United players. And Bruno Fernandes wearing that needs to adopt the responsibility. So yes, Bruno Fernandes was harshly treated, a very harsh sending off, but he still slipped, raised his foot, studs up, made contact with Maddison, and gave the referee an opportunity to send him off. We know the era that we are living in. We know how foolish it is to do that. We know that we are living in an era of over-officiating. We're living in an era where referees are very trigger-happy. We've seen it recently. He must have seen it recently. We've seen it with Declan Rice. We've seen it with Trossard. We know what these referees can do. So it is the responsibility of the Manchester United captain.
Literally, the Declan Rice red card and the Trossard red cards, the referee had no option whatsoever. Absolutely no option. Because they both clearly kicked the ball away. And these fans having to go Jeremy Doku when he kicks the ball away was actually because the referee told him to move the ball to adjust his position. See, there's a difference. Doku was given permission, but you know, Rice and Trossard were not given permission. Let's get the narrative right here. Rory Lemons, the failed Descenders actor, running backs.
When his team are being beat, to not react, to not foolishly raise his legs, to not foolishly studs up, make contact with a player. It is so dumb. And I think that it's Bruno Fernandes' responsibility to be more switched on. to wake up earlier in the morning and think, because you simply cannot do that. And it now means that Manchester United have lost 3 of their 6 Premier League games so far this season. I mean, everything that last season's cup final was supposed to represent. Winning the cup final in the way that they did, a historic cup final, something that can never be taken away from the club. Eric Ten Hag got it right. Eric Ten Hag stopped Manchester City in their tracks. He stopped Manchester City beating Manchester United in.
Man City had to hang over. Literally, they're celebrating their title win and they're absolutely rubbish that day. So it's not like we had to get out of second gear, was it? Let's get the narrative right here. There's that radio scene where Rory had Malines are held hostage for 2 years. Haha. Is Chelsea fan? Is he Rory? Well, he's meant to be, but to me, he's kind of an Arsenal fan, I think, mate. Oh, welcome back, Michael. No, sorry, welcome back, Hayden Cox. Not yet, mate. I'm doing that in a separate video.
An FA Cup final. Historic. He stopped Manchester City winning the double. Historic. He stopped. In fact, Manchester City winning the double. Historic. And what that was supposed to do, that was supposed to be the sea change. That was supposed to be the galvanizing factor. That was supposed to be the moment that Eric Ten Hag's Manchester United launched themselves into the world. And the ownership interviewed many other managers. They interviewed the likes of McKenna, the likes of the Kirby, the likes of Tuchel, the likes of Pochettino. And they decided that Eric Ten Hag was their man moving forward. They didn't fully commit. They didn't give him a new contract, but they extended his contract by a year.
Mute him. Play on until night, mate. Not too sure yet.
How foolish are they? The buck stops with them. I can understand why they did it, but I view football through the lens of a fan. Of course you want to give the geezer a new contract. They just beaten Manchester City in the FA Cup final. But it was so foolish and it was so short.
Should have gone still, because 8th place and a minus goal difference, nowhere near sustainable and the standards of Man United's football club. Let's get the narrative right here.
Exciting. And this season is basically a write-off already for Manchester United. They are already in a perilous position. They currently sit 12th in the Premier League table. They are already 6 points off the European spots after 6 games. It's averaging a point a game. At this rate, they're going to finish 38 points below the European spots. And do you know what I thought was a real moment today? When the referee blew the final whistle. Something happened at Old Trafford that's so significant, and it doesn't happen there often. Booing when the final whistle blew. That doesn't happen at Old Trafford. Some clubs, they're booers. Most clubs, in fact, they're booers. You've heard the boos at Highbury. You've heard the boos at Stamford Bridge. You've certainly heard the boos at Goodison Park. Old Trafford, as a club, they always pride themselves on not being like that. They pride themselves on backing their manager. They take great pride in reminding us when they're losing 3-0 at home and David Moyes is the manager, that they were constantly serenading him, constantly singing that, "Come on, David Moyes." They believe in backing their manager to the hilt, and they do not like booing. So something massive has happened for that to occur. And do you know what? They're not even wrong. As a support, they're an incredibly resilient support. If you think about what word represents Manchester United as a club.
Yes, we have a lot of deluded fans in our fan base, and now, well, mind you, Arsenal fans as well, they're deluded, probably more deluded than Man United fans. A lot of Man United fans do piss me off in our fan base, I'm not going to lie.
I think resilience basically represents that club perfectly. And they're not inherent booers, but they have chosen to do it today. I think that tells you everything you need to know. That performance was so bad, but the extreme reaction booing was only a reaction to the extreme result on the pitch. Because what Tottenham did to Manchester United today was atrocious and completely unacceptable. So it was right for them to boo, in my opinion. Eric Ten Hag has now lost 9 He's lost 9 league home games. 9. I mean, you play 18 a season, he's lost 9. I mean, it's so bad. And if that is the kind of performance that makes Ten Hag claim that they're moving in the right direction, it's just so wrong. It's actually comical. You know, when we hear Ten Hag, we heard him say the same things over and over again. We're moving in the right direction. I have to look myself in the mirror, all that sort of thing. He cannot now believe, he cannot possibly put a spin on it, that Manchester United are moving in the right direction now. What we were told INEOS wanted, so Jim Ratcliffe's vision for Manchester United, it was fast, cutting, incisive, penetrative, rapid, entertaining football. That was what INEOS were built on. That is what they ran on. That was effectively in their manifesto. And Eric Ten Hag's team are so far removed from that. And he's been in the job for 3 years. Ultimately, the game of football that we watched today, where Manchester United was so inept, was 3 years in the making. Eric Ten Hag has been working day and night for 3 years, and that was the end product. That is what we witnessed. And I just don't see how he can possibly continue in the job. I'm trying to think of other people to blame, but I just think it's Ten Hag, maybe INEOS. INEOS decided that Ten Hag was the man. So for that, they certainly need to take some responsibility. INEOS were coward.
The facts that he's not blaming the players. But why do you tell? It's good, you fake fan. Do Redknapp out of this. There he is, getting his Arsenal team. Simply time for a change at Man United. Poor management. I agree with you, Lincoln Johnson. 100% agree with you, mate. Good evening to you, by the way. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. If you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and make sure you're subscribing to my Mr. Joshy J Football channel, my Mr. Joshy J F1 channel as well. The links are in the description to this video.
In the summer, they didn't pull the trigger when perhaps they should have done. That was cowardly. And I think the recruitment, in fact, the recruitment has been poor. You know, Xerxes, Mazraoui, it's not really working, is it? Ugarte was all over the place today. Really, really poor. And Paris Saint-Germain getting 50 million quid for him. If it ends up rising to that, they will be laughing their socks off. So where's it going wrong? Either these players are not good enough, Xerxes, Ugarte, or they're not being coached well enough. But either way, that kind of falls on INEOS and Ten Hag. They're either picking the wrong players or coaching them badly. But this just cannot go on. I really do not know how Manchester United can proceed like this, because Tottenham played them off the park. Every single time Ugarte got anywhere near the ball, Tottenham targeted him. The second that he was in possession, he did not know what to do with it. And Tottenham were on his case. Postecoglou, fair play to him, got it right. He just wasn't comfortable, not good on the ball. And life in Ligue 1 is very different to life in the...
The fact that it's taken him 11 minutes to mention Ange Postecoglou literally says everything. He is a brown envelope. Let's get the narrative right here. There he is, getting the Arsenal reference in. That Bellend had an agenda on Tuchel Chelsea. I take Marco Silva at Man United. Look, we're full of Mars 6-8, but Man United might be too big for Marco Silva, mate. I agree. I mean, I don't think he's quite Man United standards manager, honestly. Right, anyway, let's play the clip.
Premier League. But Tottenham were everything that Manchester United should have been today. Tottenham were fast, they were hungry, they were intense, they were pressing, they were knocking the ball about beautifully, they were ambitious, they were...
The fact that he's been going on about Man United and not really Tottenham just goes to show how much an obsession he has with rival clubs. I mean, what are we doing here? Seriously. Real talk, what are we doing?
Brave. Look at that run from Van der Ven. Look at what he did there. Why wasn't the Butcher doing that? They were just excellent. They really were excellent. And, sorry, momentarily. dipped out of focus, I believe. But I just don't really see where they go from here because Manchester United have interviewed all their managers. And they've decided that those managers are quite simply not good enough. So if they weren't good enough in the summer, how can you possibly go and employ one of them now?
I wanted Thomas Tuchel, but I don't think he likes INEOS's system. I think it's Man United fan how he is talking, mate. I mean, yeah, right. Pretty much listen to him. Let's get on to Saeed. This is the one I've been looking forward to. Jamie Redknapp, we will do him as well. Plenty to get through. Here we go. Ten Harman, you are done. Explosive rants. Here we go. This is going to be absolutely gold. Josh, Bruno's a disgrace and goldfish. Brown envelope. Facts. Minerals FC.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. I feel dead inside. Ken Haram has took me places that I never thought I would go to. Wallahi, it's personal. Last week, it was personal with Bruno Fernandes. Now, Ten Haram, yeah? Ten Haram is personal, mate. And anyone who is Ten Hag in now, mate, come and find me. I'm in the car park now. If you are backing this shit, you...
Fighting talk already. Just Nick Shabby off Leverkusen. Scousers were crying their hearts out. Facts. John Perry Bentley. I agree.
Are an enabler. Yeah? You are an enabler. I'm sick of this. 7 points. 3 losses. -3 goal difference. I've been here getting battered time and time again. It's raining. It's cold. It's miserable. And I've had enough, mate. It's now INEOS as well. You INEOS, absolutely. You're on fraud watch, mate, yeah? I am writing a letter tonight to INEOS, yeah? Because this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to be playing petty now. I am writing an INEOS letter tonight. This is not good enough. How many more can you take? How many more can you live through? How many? We've seen defeat after defeat after defeat. And yet still, people want to go mad at me for saying, trust the process, mate. Trust the fucking what process? Yeah.
Fuck the process. I will never trust the process whatsoever. I will go down my own route, yeah? Because that's what I would like to do. Go down my own route. It's as simple as that.
What process are we watching? Is it a process to get battered week in, week out? Is that the process? Tottenham come here with Werner and Brennan Johnson and Bossos. They hardly win here. Fergie said, it's only Tottenham. And yet Ten Hag has given them the license to play around today. He's given them the license to play around today. Look at the Tottenham fans. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. They're battering me. Tottenham, who don't win anything, are battering me. Wallahi, Ten Hag, mate, 37% possession at home is a disgrace, mate. It's crimes against football. Yeah? And anyone who's backing this, yeah, that Mark Goldfish, yeah, you fucking absolute whopper, yeah?
Oh, wow. Literally. This is the bit I've been looking forward to hearing. Him turn into Mark Goldfish. Trust the process. It's the Man United way. Very funny, Michael. Chelsea FC. But no, I'm not trusting any process, mate. Why should I trust the process? Let's get the narrative right here. No chance am I trusting the process. No one is ever going to make me trust the process. I mean, I don't care if you're a rival fan, Man United fan, no one can tell me to trust the process. Get out in here. What are we doing here, people? Right, just going to plug my phone in. There we go. That's now charging up.
You absolute prick you are, mate. Today, yeah, my man's tweeting about it's the same old faces. He spent 600 million. He has sent 600 million. You dirty copper, mate, who's fucking coercing with that fucking, who is it again?
Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Mason Mount was fantastic today, as always. Injury prone, mate. I'm not just a process as a Chelsea fan and that nonsense. Facts, they like 14.
What agency? That fucking SUG agency you're working with, and you've coerced your fucking subscribers to thinking it's all good, mate. You absolute whopper, mate. I swear down, bro. I swear down, it's personal between me and you as well. I swear.
Oh, I do like a Whopper from Burger King. Them burgers are lush.
Down. Because this guy puts absolute shit on his platform, yeah? And everyone just goes and says, you know what? Whatever Mark Goldfish says, you fucking prick, mate. Now, I've had enough, man. This is personal now. I've been through it. I've been telling people these trophies here are masking the real problems at Man United. They are. Ain't no Carabao Cup, ain't no FA Cup. It's going to save this guy's job. The football is dire. I'm seeing every club come in and start doing Olays. Olays at Old Trafford.
And Tottenham fans singing Tottenham are massive, and where we go. Tottenham are massive, and where we go. And where we go. In our own fucking backyards as well, they're singing it. What are we doing here, people? That just tells you how shit this performance was. Honestly, it's like fucking heck, man.
Tottenham are coming here. And today, it could have been 3, it could have been 4, it could have been 5. It's too easy, man. It's too easy. It's so easy. And yeah, I'm just here being told, you know what, man? It's all good. Look at all the goals today, man. Look at all of them. Literally no style of play. And you know what? Today, there's going to be people out there, yeah, saying, we got 10 men, mate. And so what? Yeah? Bruno Fernandes should have been playing today. So you know what? You can hold that, Bruno Fernandes. I don't give a shit anymore, you know? Now, what I have done, he can hold that as well. I don't give a shit about 11 versus 10. We could have lost today with 11. That's the reality. Ain't nothing about no 11 v 11, 10 v 11. The saddest indictment of this manager is that even if we had more players than them, we still lost that game. There ain't no excuse about Bruno Fernandes. What did he do? He lost the ball 4 times in the first opening minutes. 4 times in his first opening minutes. That's the captain of your football club, mate. So you know what? He could hold that. I don't give a shit anymore, bro. Yeah? I don't give a shit, bro. Because you know what? I'm tired of this guy, yeah, being the captain of the football club, and he's a detriment to the team. He's the captain, and he's giving the ball away. But everyone wants to be Casemiro. Everyone wants to play back. Yeah? Oh, but he saved us. Shut up, mate. Saved what, mate? We're here again where we are, and that's under Bruno Fernandes as well. So under every one of them, man. Ain't no one player saving this football club, mate. And this Ted Haram, yeah? People want to blame Ange Postecoglou, mate. That's how you play football, yeah? That's how you play football. Kulusevski's in midfield. But the Justice on the right. Werner's on the left. Imagine we had them players. Everyone would be moaning. And today, yeah, Ericsson, Ahmad, and flipping, what's it called, are on the bench. Why? What's going on, man? Ericsson, the best player you've had in this last couple of games here, but we got to accommodate.
To be fair, Ericsson has done quite well recently. So the fact that he's on the bench was strange, honestly, absolutely strange. Another decision I don't understand by the board's rules. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Man United found their level against Barnsley. What went on with Said and Mark Goldbridge, mate? Well, basically, Said used to work for the United stands. Then I believe Mark Goldbridge fired him, and then Said he started his own YouTube channel.
Fernandes, mate, you absolute whopper, man. That fucking Ten Hag, man. I swear down, bro. I swear. I hope he doesn't get another fucking football club to ruin me. I feel sorry for anyone who gets Ten Hag as manager, mate. He's going to ruin your football club, mate. Ruin it. Ruin it, mate. Sick and tired of this, man. Wallahi, I'm done, man. I'm done. The season we are looking at right now, yeah, we are 7th. Khalas. Tottenham bantering me. Tottenham bantering me. Am I a prick? I'm not standing for this shit. I ain't standing for this shit, bro. Until this manager goes, man, I will keep on speaking. I ain't got no other people managing me. I am myself, mate. You see on this fucking platform, yeah? It's me, myself, and
Same. I don't have anyone managing me whatsoever. I may invite you guests on the net, but I'm literally doing the work all on my own.
I, mate. Ain't no fucking authority challenging me, yeah? Yeah? Ain't nobody challenging me, bro. This is me right here. I'm at the ground, mate. It's raining. I am wet. It is cold. I am here every fucking minute, mate, yeah? I'm not saying I'm a better fan than you. I'm not. But what I'm telling you is the reality. The reality is right now, we are finished, man. We are finished with this manager. He's done here. Jim Records, are you watching? This manager is done. He cannot take us anymore. Trophies are masking his ego, mate. His ego, yeah? His ego to dare say, I'm the one behind Pep Guardiola. You fucking gaslighter, mate. I swear down, bro. I should slap in your face, bro. I swear down, man. You see that ball head of yours? Wallahi, I should slap in your face, man. The way you're gaslighting us, mate. Wallahi, it's personal now, man. Because I'm done, mate. I am seriously done with everything that is going wrong at Old Trafford at Man United, mate. Half of these players are his. He's been given everything. Structure, everything. He has been given. He has been given every single thing. But yet people want to say, but he has.
This is true. The fact that he's literally got his own players now, we need to start seeing improvement. Let's get an narrative right here.
Been given time. Fuck off, seriously, man. Today, no identity, no nothing, man.
Time for what? Time for what? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Failure. Because that's what's going to happen under this manager. Failure. But he's won 2 trophies in 2 seasons, Mr. Joshy G. And what? And what? Yeah? Literally 8th place and a minus goal difference last season. Nowhere near the stable for Man United's Football Club's standards. And we're currently 12th place with a minus 3 goal difference. Nowhere near sustainable for Man United's standards. So get this manager out, yeah? Fuck him off.
Yeah, Garnacho tried. And yeah, we hit the post, mate. But you know what, man? They could have went on the other end and scored 2 or 3 more, mate. That's the reality we are dealing with right now. That's the reality. That is the reality.
Oh, wow. Not to worry. I'm sure Saeed will say, why is he taking like he needs Horlicks? I mean, it's not easy being a Man United fan, is it, JB? Let's get an narrative right here. Good evening to you, by the way. Thank you for joining me this evening. You new to our YouTube channel, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button. Not to worry, I'm sure Saeed will say Man United are back if they beat Porto on Thursday. More than likely, absolutely. 8th was so bad to United, mate. 100%.
I gave the time. I gave the effort. I said to myself, you know what? He's coming with a principle at Ajax that I've seen. I've seen the 3-1-6. I've seen him play intricate football at the Bernabeu. I've seen him do it at the Turin Stadium. I've seen things. And he comes here to Old Trafford, mate, and he absolutely bottles it. He bottles it, mate. You're a coward, Eric Ten Hag, mate. You come here and you start saying you're playing the Ten Hag way. You fucking coward, man. I swear down, bro. You're a coward, mate. I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where our next win is. I don't know anything, mate. I swear down, I don't know anything. Fucking Ten Hag, mate. Wallahi, I am writing the INEOS letter tonight.
Wow, wow, wow. Taking the ball towards Man City. I agree. I'm with you all the way, JB. I'm not too sure on the reason Daylight 14. But anyway, let's do Jamie Redknapp next. Well, look at his content. That's his way. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. Jamie Redknapp. See what he's been saying. Oh, yep, here we go.
3 things in a song.
That's an ad.
Which is really just all we need. And it took me a long time to realize that.
To Gary Neville, look, he's clearly and is very heavily emotionally invested in what happens at Manchester United. Is it getting more and more difficult, do you think, to defend Ten Hag's position, Jamie?
Yeah, I'd have to say so. I've been doing this job a long time and I've watched a lot of performances when managers subsequently lose their jobs. And that's the sort of performance, I'm seeing performances at the moment that are the sort of performances that get this manager sacked too often. And I feel I do feel slightly sorry for the manager. I said before, I do feel like he's out of his depth. He looks a little bit lost. And for that reason, what I mean by that is at the start of the year, when your club are actively looking for another manager to come in and take your place, I think you are in a massively untenable position. You are naked in that dressing room as soon as you get that contract again, because the players know that you're not really the man. And I think if the Glazers would have done that, I think they'd have got absolutely hammered. But because we think of INEOS as being really good operators, super smart, that felt like a decision that wasn't a football decision. You cannot keep the manager after looking for other managers. It just beggars belief for me. You've made his position so difficult.
Facts, absolute facts. I completely agree with you, honestly, Jamie Redknapp. Why on earth were we interviewing other managers and then getting this manager a contract extension? It makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Sides actually has written a letter to INEOS. I'll post that to you on Twitter. Awesome. You know Flex, the Man United fan, mate. Yes, I do.
But when I see the team right now, they're playing like that. They're playing like they're lost. I don't see anyone really taking the game by the scruff of the neck. The players that he's brought in don't look right. They are playing with no confidence. They are looking like a team. You can talk about the press all you like. But this club, more than probably any, has a DNA of attacking. Ashley will know it better than I will. They attack. They get after teams. When they're winning, they stamp on their throat and make sure they go 2-3-0 up. And that isn't a lot to do with the press or just not being quite on it. I see too many players looking like, and Gary's right, it's not like you don't care, but it's not like just not putting that extra effort in. Because this club is not built like that. They want to see the players having a go. And I just feel right now, I just don't see how he can keep his job with these performances. I just feel like he looks completely lost. I don't know how he can turn it around. The money that he spent is too much to turn around and say, well, it's okay, let's give him time. I think he's already had enough time. And I know they won 2 trophies last year with a lot of luck, and I will give it. And against United, they were against Manchester City, they were fantastic in the FA Cup. But I just don't see how he's the man to take it forward. The only problem is I don't know who is. It's such a difficult job right now.
Making a very good point, honestly. Do find Pink United, mate. Oh, we'll get on to him. We will get on to him. Right. I think that's probably pretty much anything what Jamie Redknapp said. Who should we do next? Oh, yeah. Let's see what Henry Talks Football seems all about. Henry Talks Football. Here we go. Let's see. What's he been saying? Has he been saying anything around Man United? Tottenham destroy Manchester United. Do Sound United people team here on YouTube, mate? You've already asked me that, don't you, 914? I don't know, mate.
Tottenham have just absolutely destroyed Manchester United. What a day, what a performance. And you know what? Ange Postecoglou got his spot on today. The only question mark I had was over Timo Werner. And you know what? He wasn't actually horrendous today.
Fucking heck, what sort of Tottenham Hotspur t-shirt is that? Football shirt. I mean, I've never seen a football shirt like that. That's wild, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, is that a custom made one or something?
What a performance that was. Kulusevski may well be top 3 attackers right now in the Premier League. The only other 2 midfielders I'd say that have had a better start to the season is Cole Palmer and Ryan Gravenberch. This guy, absolutely magnificent today. Man of the match for me, without a shadow of a doubt. If you're new to the channel, please do go down, hit that subscribe button. The road to 30,000 subscribers is well and truly on. So make sure you hit that right now. And if you haven't already, please hit the like. Man United are absolutely in the mud. In the mud. They are genuinely, I mean, I thought we were fantastic, but they were equally just as bad. The lineup, Ange pretty much got it spot on. We turned up to United without our captain, without Heung-min Son. We played a 4-3-3. Bentancur sitting as a lone 6, Maddison as the 10, and Kulu as the 8. I thought that the way we dominated a body their midfield, Ugarte couldn't get anywhere near. Kobe Mainoo subbed off early, and they brought on Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes. Well, the less said about Bruno today, the better. Our back 4 got a clean sheet. Van de Ven, I mean, genuinely, I'm so happy with that performance. It's not rare that I get kind of lost for words after a game, but absolutely brilliant performance. And big up to my centre half, this guy right here, Christian Romero, mate. What a performance from him. But yeah, this lineup, Maddison and Kulusevski destroyed their midfield. Bentancur, really, really good performance in the lone 6. Solanke on the...
Because we have no shape, that's why. Absolutely no shape in the midfield whatsoever.
Score sheet again. And that guy, Brennan Johnson, opened up the scoring with a lovely finish. And that's now 4 goals in 4 games. The best run of goals in his career. And I expect this to continue. Looking at the fixtures we've got coming up, Tottenham lead within 3 minutes. An absolutely brilliant ball across. I think it was from Timo Werner. No, it wasn't. It was from Mickey van der Ven.
Number 10 to blame for that. Honestly, what on earth was he thinking?
Fantastic run out from the back. Low cross, Tottenham speciality. And Brennan Johnson is at the back post to tap it into an empty net. And he should have scored maybe 10 minutes after that. He hits the post. We were really, really good today. The best attacking performance I have seen from this team in...
We made you like prime Barcelona, mate. Let's have it right here. I mean, there's no fucking fight from our players whatsoever.
I want to say, I think that the other performance that reminded me of this was Aston Villa away. I thought we were electric today. To a man. Won all of our duels. We've now, scored 12. The only teams that have scored more in the league is Chelsea and City. We've equaled Liverpool and Villa today in terms of our goal scoring numbers. We're winding up. We're in absolute cruise control. And then, we're bodying them. We're making the right runs in behind. The decision making from Kulu in the final third was absolutely bang on the money. And genuinely, I don't want to say I was wrong yet, but Ange, he's getting there. He's upping him. He's on my estimations. Bruno, what on earth are you doing, mate? What on earth? are you doing? An absolute disgrace. People say it's soft, people say it's not a red card, doesn't matter. If you stud someone around knee height, you are absolutely finito. And we were absolutely brilliant. I thought you know what, I feel to a degree they kind of targeted Maddison. You know, Ugarte went through him, Mason Mount hacked him down, Casemiro, Bruno. Maybe that was a response to potentially getting their captain sent off when he didn't. Yeah, he made a meal of it, but what do you expect him to do when you've just been hacked down? They get a man sent off. They brought on Mason Mount at half time for Kobe Manu. I don't think that was the right change. I think that didn't give them as much stability as they had because they were already getting torn to shreds and they got torn even more. Early in the second half, there was a couple of yellow cards. I think it was Mason Mount and Brennan Johnson. We made a couple of subs. I was happy with the sub as well because you looked like you picked up a knock. And Ange saw that early and brought on Jed Spence, who I thought had a relatively good second half, didn't really put a foot wrong. We go 2-0 up. That guy, Dejan Kulusevski, absolutely glorious today. Gets his goal. It was, Johnson played a key role and he slotted it home. And I'm going to be honest, I thought Kulusevski was absolutely a joke today in the finish. Johnson plays a key role in it, puts the ball across, it gets deflected into Kulu's path, and it's a lovely first-time finish. And Man United then looked like a wounded animal. They showed a bit of spirit to try and get back into the game, but I don't necessarily think they showed spirit. I think it was more we took our foot off the gas. Because if we really wanted to go for the jugular, we could have got 4, 5, maybe even 6 goals today. But I think we were reserving energy. I think, I thought Man United were absolutely, diabolical in terms of ball, in terms of keeping the ball, in terms of movement into the box. I don't think they were very good at all. If I'm being brutally honest, I don't. I look at where they are, where they're going under Ten Hag. If he remains in that job, I'll be absolutely astonished. For Ange Postecoglou, we're 2 up. We're absolute cruise control. They show a bit of fight, so we go and get a third goal just to put the hammer down. Ball goes into the box from a corner. Sarf flicks it on, and that guy, Big Dominic Solanke, makes it 3-0. Gets his third goal in 3 games. Then Ange makes the right changes. He brings on Bradley Dragusin for Van de Ven. He brought in Mikey Moore as well. I was calling out for this guy to start because he's such a good talent. 17 years of age. He's got all the tricks. Can run at players, can drop the shoulder, can beat his man, can shoot from distance. Lovely first touch. He's got everything in his locker. And now that's 4 wins in a row from Tottenham. And this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a consistent run of games, a consistent run of good results, good performances. And that is all we've got. We've beaten Coventry. We've beaten Brentford. We've beaten Qarabag. And now we have just beaten Manchester United. And it's the second time they've had a 3-0 defeat at Old Trafford.
Right. Romero is a dirty player, yeah. Does he get on with the gunner, mate? Or did they fall out, mate? They fell out, mate, honestly. They used to be friends and that, but they've fallen out with each other. Does he get on well? Oh, sorry, I've read that one. Has Henry Sinead O'Connell not wanked off Arsenal yet? Or was that yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Right, anyway, let's watch Flying Pig United.
Let's get the business done. Are we actually a decent Manchester United side, or have we really truly turned into some mid-table guff melt side? Hopefully, the former, and we can show Spurs that today. If Spurs get a result, then I think there's no doubt that we are a mid-table guff side, and that's what Ten Hag's done to us, if that is to be the case. Oh my God, Spurs coming up the other end and they fucking scored already! It's a bloody bastard counter-attack! They penetrated us raw! It's taken precisely 2 minutes for Manchester United to be exposed here by Tottenham hot shite, guys! What the actual fucking steaming, planted... Oh, I don't even... Oh my God!
Oh my goodness, the fact that he's nearly headbutting his mic. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
What? Guys, it's been 2 fucking minutes! Oh my God, Johnson just hit the inside of the fucking post! If we actually had a manager who could coach, we wouldn't nearly be 2 down against the fucking Spuds at home at Old Trafford here within 18 minutes, guys. Hey, I thought Ten Hag said that he wanted to go toe-to-toe against Spurs today. Yeah, he did, but that's because he's got a fucking foot fetish, lad. He doesn't mean on the pitch. Oh my God, Romero's volley's almost gone in. This is absolutely pathetic, though. This is next level shite. Spurs absolutely having their witty way with us. This is like Dubois versus Anthony Joshua so far the other day. Is Eric Ten Hag wearing an FC20 badge? That better not be. It looks the same shape as an FC20 badge, guys. Fuck's that on his shirt? Huh? That is a cynical foul by Bruno Fernandes. The frustration's just boiling over. He's going to get... Oh my God! He's sent! It's a straight red card!
Oh, that reaction is absolutely priceless. The way he freezes and that. Oh my goodness me.
You fucking absolute complete loser! What you been doing lately? What you thinking? And to be honest, it's a cynical bullshit, ridiculous challenge from Bruno Fernandes. What the fuck are you doing? The Portuguese cash sniffers let us down! Now we've got 10 men! What's happened? I need to see this again, but initially it looked like Bruno, what the fuck are you doing? Maybe it's a bit harsh for a straight red. Oh no, you can see why he's giving it. You can see why he's giving it. It's a stupid lash out, frustrated, studs up, slippy, gash plastic.
At least you're holding Bruno accountable, number 8 accountable, yeah? Wish more fans to do that. Because I held him accountable. He needs a fucking wooden spoon, yeah? Honestly, he needs a wooden spoon. Right. Did you see the boxing last weekend? I didn't watch it, but I knew the result.
Bullshit. Dangerous challenge from Bruno. He slipped, to be fair. I don't even think he actually means to do it, but it's reckless. You're stupid, Bruno Fernandes. You're fucking stupid, man. He slipped up there. Bambi on ice there slipped up. He can't keep his footing, and he's just absolutely studs up Madison in the knee. He doesn't mean to do it. He slipped. He doesn't mean to, but he still has. It's dangerous, and it's fucking dumb, and he's cost us. And it's a fucking red card. Zane says, Eye of the Tiger, Piggy, you can win. If we had somebody capable of actually summoning the Eye of the Tiger, then we could win. Unfortunately, we have Eric Ten Hag in charge, mate. He's got the Eye of the Chicken. You know what I mean? He has the Eye of the fucking chicken. That's it now. That's it. Had enough of this bullshit, man. We have to make the change now after this game. Look, Big Jim, please, you've got to make the change. This is preposterous. The way we play is absolutely abhorrent. Eric Ten Hag has shriveled this team up to a bunch of unit mouths. We can't play. We can't fundamentally defend. We can't create. We're shite in the midfield battle. We can't control games. We can't possess the ball well. There's no style. There's no ability to possess and actually create and dominate games and control games, even at home, regardless of who you're playing. There's no emphasis on attack, it seems, either. Like, why aren't we just throwing everything forward, creating? If it was me and I was managing with my backs against the wall here, on the possibility of getting sacked soon, I would be going for it and chucking everything forward and trying to create an attack. Maybe that is his intention. He just can't implement it because he's a shite coach. I don't know. He's absolutely outclassed here again today. Watch this, guys. Let's get a little poll going here. Let's have a look at this. This is going to be, I'm pretty sure. Right, okay, hang on. Ten Hag question mark. Keep, sack. I think this is going to be the biggest percentage we've had so far. I do this every few weeks just to see what the deal is with the fan base. Let's see what you guys are saying. Obviously, Ten Hag's having a stinker, but get your votes in. Who actually wants to stick with Eric Ten Hag? Have your say. Who actually wants to stick with it? Oh, to be honest, there's actually no point running this poll, is there? There's no fucking point running this poll, mate. What's the bloody point running this poll? Look, 58% sack, 42% keep. Oh, piss off. There's no point running this poll. I'm ending the poll. There's no point running the poll. The poll's already ended. What a fucking pointless poll. Loads of fucking wank bags sit.
Because the ones who literally want to keep him in at this football club have lowered the standards, where me, I raise the standards. I hold the players accountable. I hold the manager accountable. Let's get the narrative right here. Let's absolutely have it right. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's mad, honestly. But let's carry on. What do you think will happen tomorrow on Monday? Do you think we'll get breaking news on the Bulls rules? I mean, I don't think so. As much as I would like it to happen, I just can't see it happening, mate.
Liverpool, Tottenham, fucking Chelsea scrubbers getting in here watching. Of course they're going to vote to keep. No point having a fucking poll because some fucking wanky bastard just voting to keep it because they're fucking rivals, mate. Of course they want him. Oh, what the fuck was that in my bottom of my cup of tea? Piece of limescale from the cat or some dirt. Spurs, here they come again. They've done us. Shot on goal. It's 2-0. They've chipped Onana. Onana, you're fucking shite. Another Eric Ten Hag signing who's proper poo. What the fuck? Awful piece of goalkeeping, but an awful piece of defending. They've just waltzed on through. Kulusevski's lifted it over the keeper. It's 2-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. And they've absolutely fucking had their wicked way with it. Son the fuck on me. That's it, bro. You're fucking shite. Eric Ten Hag's head is right here, guys. That's Eric Ten Hag's fucking bald cone head. Right fucking there, yeah. And we're bringing out the HBK Sweet Tea music, Mason. Come on. Ah!
Oh my god. The way that chair just got given the sweet chin music. Shawn Michaels style. WWE. Fucking heck, man. Oh, wow. I'm nearly in tears watching that. That is fucking quality. Oh, wow.
Super chat. Young Chips has calmed down.
I love the way he just after he done that, he goes super chat. Oh wow. Wow.
It's only game. It's not only a fucking game, mate. This is all encompassing of what Manchester United are at right now. This is where we're at, dude. It's not just a game. This is an embodiment of where we're at as a club. We're a fucking steaming club right now, dude. It's not just a game. What are you talking about? This is the situation. This is a steaming situation. It's not just one game, is it? No. It's the overall whole package of what's going on at the club, the mismanagement from the top down for years. Not just one game. Dude, I mean, what do you mean? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, we should be getting rid of this twat now. Like, we've seen enough. If we lose the next two, which we probably will, then he's just got to be sacked. If we win the next two, he should be sacked. If we draw the next two, he should be sacked. If we win the next two by 5 goals, 5-0 each, and he comes out at half-time and dances the fucking fandango at half-time, he should be sacked. As far as I'm concerned, he's proven himself over a period of a couple of years now that he's shy. Come on, fair enough. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Players out before the manager out. You fucking mental, Kingslayer, lad. These players have only just come in. Listen, most of these players in this starting lineup today, they're Ten Hag signings, lad. They've only just come in. And the only players that were not were really good players, like the likes of Garnacho and Manu and Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, and they're all shit now. What's going on there, bro? Hey? So, no, I'm not having that. So, at the very least, rude, but we could certainly do a lot worse than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Hindsight, Ole should have been given a bit more time. Ole had a good couple of...
Oh, look, as a player, I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But as a manager, he clearly wasn't good enough. Do people send you super chats? Like, I'm not quite eligible for that just yet, but I'm not far off from it. I need 4,000 watch hours time. I've got about 2,700, so we're over halfway there now, so won't be too far away. But even if I do unlock the super chat feature, you're welcome to send me in the super chat, but will I ever be one of these YouTubers who go, get your super chats in, guys? Nope, I'll never be one of them. Because to me, super chats are not important. Interacting with my chat is important.
Seasons before that whole debacle of the last season when Ronaldo came in, etc., when we changed the emphasis on how we played. You know, so I think that the time before Ollie came and the time after Ollie's gone only goes to show you to prove the fact that Ollie wasn't the fucking problem necessarily. The problem is loads of reasons, but certainly we are fucking shite. It's one of the main ones. And Spurs has done us 3-0, guys. The ball's in the back of the net. Romero bundles it over the line. It's fucking shite piece of defending yet again, mate. And it's awful. And there you go. Man United. Heads down, 3-0 penetrations raw. Should be 5-6, 7-0 this one. Spuds have come here and absolutely rinsed us silly. And Man United, I'm sorry, but that's it. It's game over for us. We're mid-table. We're down in the bottom half of the table, if anything. Ten Hag spent £600+ million and had in excess of 2 years. He's been afforded the time and luxuries of which many managers in the modern game are just not afforded. Why has he been given these chances? Why has he been given this time and money? He's got to get to fuck now. Worse than Moyes. Moyes or Eric Ten Hag. Worse than Moyes. Moyes was fucking 10 times better than this swear. Goodness me. Moyes actually beat teams. I remember we beat like Leverkusen 5-0 in the Champions League and stuff. I remember like he was way better. Moyes was absolutely awful, but he was better. Seriously. Plus he only had 8 months. The guy took over from Fergie with a shit squad, to be fair. Don't know how Fergie won the league in that last season, but he didn't have a great squad when he took over. He only signed one player, Marouane Gashlani, in the summer, and then when I match in the Jan or whatever, he really didn't have that much time and resources, to be fair to him. David Moyes 10 times the manager of this Ten Hag brat. To be honest, isn't he? 10 times. He didn't have the resources in the time that Ten Hag's had. Imagine what Moyes would have maybe been able to achieve with 2 years and 600 million quid. I'm sure a lot better than this shite. Oh, yeah, great. Oh, Mason Mount's down and he's fucking injured. Yeah, nice one, Mason Mount. You suck, mate. What's the point of Mason Mount? Signed an absolute cashback Chelsea reject for 60 mil. And he's fucking useless, constantly out of the team, bloody injured. Goes down on the ground like he's been shot when he takes a little fucking knock on the back of the head. Man up, you absolute Mel. Strip that number 7 off him right now. Give it something. Ten Hag, go out the club, mate, and take Mason Mount with you and take the number 7 shirt with you as well, mate. There's the final whistle, guys. Big Ange Post. The Koglu goes and shakes the withering hand. Take my strong hand, child, of this absolute complete horror show. Eric Ten Hag. And he surely gives him a pat on the back there.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable. He is absolutely seething. And I don't blame him because I am as well. I am absolutely seething. It's just nowhere near sustainable. Absolutely nowhere near sustainable. Let's have a look. United People TV. Let's do him next. United People TV. Here we go. Reaction. Complete defeat for Bull Troll's brutal performance.
I can't believe you corporate types are still at it. Just stop calling each other rock stars. Using work.
Was a big game for United going into it. After what we've seen with the frustration against Crystal Palace, despite the positives in the development of maybe a...
Hang on, that's the wrong channel. Is it right? Is that the right one? United People TV, is that right? I think it is. Oh, cool. Awesome.
Oh, and then the frustrations against 20. He came into Spurs, both of us on 7 points. 1-2, drawn 1, lost 2. And then we've just been absolutely torn apart by Spurs at Old Trafford. Before Bruno got sent off, and I'll speak about that because I got that completely wrong and people were right to call me out on that. But prior to that, United were just
torn a new one. Any semblance of a game plan going into a Spurs team that plays with a high line, we didn't have what looked like any semblance of a game plan. The press was so ineffective. The structures were wrong. And Van der Ven, just a complete athlete's run right through the heart of our whole team. 1-0 down within a few minutes. And then, as I said, that was like, it felt like one of the most complete defeats under Erik ten Hag. There was a 10-minute period maybe in the second half when Spurs, obviously they scored early in the second half and they had complete control. They kind of sat back a little bit and United had a little bit of the ball in their half, roughly. Didn't lead to anything. They got third from a corner. But INEOS, and I've said this on record, I think are looking towards November as a sort of date where they're aiming towards and they're asking themselves, are we seeing development under Erik ten Hag? Now, if I go back to that Crystal Palace game, I think there was a development of style, but the finishing just wasn't there. We saw United dominate the...
Look, against Palace, we played very well, okay? You seen them before, mate? No, I haven't. But I'll be interested to see what he's going to say in the rest of the video. But he makes a good point. We did play well against Crystal Palace. It's just because we couldn't fucking finish our dinner for toffee.
And create chances, good chances, but didn't finish them. Going into that game, United were fourth in the league in terms of how many goals we should have scored, but actually 19th in the league for how many goals we have scored. And today it wasn't about poor finishing. Today it was every single fundamental that a football team should have, United didn't have. If we were not at 100% is what Ten Hag said in that 20 game, then what percentage were we at there? I don't really know. But as I said, I was rightly called out by my mates for my reaction to that. In real time, I thought it looked like a red card and I thought it looked like a petulant kick out from Bruno. And I reacted. And I was pissed off that I did that because it's everything that I try not to stand for and I did. So thank you for calling me out on it because you're completely correct. It wasn't a red. It was a yellow. It slipped. And the game at that point probably ended as a competitive tie. Let's be totally honest. Because Spurs could have and should have been 3-0 up by half-time. Onana making a couple of good saves in the one-on-ones today. I think he actually made some really good saves. But just United had absolutely nothing. Whether you're talking about in possession, out of possession, the runs from the back, playing out from the back, the midfield, the spaces. Like as I said, every single fundamental was wrong. I think Gary Neville in the first half on commentary said, go down, just look at Sunday League and find teams that are more organised. And how? That was the game where for the first time this season, we've seen a midfield of Ugarte, of Mainu, and of Bruno, who on paper is Manchester United's strongest midfield. And you wouldn't know it. This is not a team where we're looking like we were last season, decimated with injuries. It's at that now in the third season of Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, INEOS are going to be looking at his team and expecting development. Of course they are. And that progress is how Ten Hag is going to be measured. I don't think Ten Hag will be sacked or I don't think Ten Hag will keep his job off the back of any individual game. But so far this season now, we beat Fulham at home. We've lost away to Brighton and we know what happened in that game. We got humiliated against Liverpool. In the two big games at Old Trafford this season, against two of the top 6 teams in Liverpool and Spurs, Manchester United have been kind of pulled apart, made to look awful. Whatever word you want to use.
Our record against the big 6, right, is absolutely shocking. Nowhere near sustainable.
Superlative to describe that game of football, it's accurate. And I'm somebody who, over the course of his tenure, have supported Erik ten Hag. But the thing, I need to see that development now, man. And I saw that development against Crystal Palace, and then it kind of went out the window against Twente. But that game there today, right, against Spurs, I don't think was ever going to be a game where we could have or should have expected United to play exactly how we played against Palace. But there was a clear game plan. Erik ten Hag even said it in his pre-match press conference. He said, Spurs are going to play with the high line. We're going to get in behind. I think there was one ball from Onana, and I think Rashford was actually a little bit offside, where he bent his run, and we actually got in behind in the first 20 minutes. At no point did we have Rashford or Garnacho getting runs in behind, playing out from the back with the ball. It was such a contrast of presses. In my opinion, Man United disorganized press is at the core of why we look so disjointed. There was at points where Xerxes was just sprinting on his own, and then Garnacho and Rashford were holding back, and then sometimes it was Bruno up there. And then, as I said, the contrast. You look at Spurs' press, and it wasn't the fact that they were just running that much more intensely. It's just everybody worked together. Ralph Radnick said, well, you can't be a little bit pregnant, you can't do a little bit of pressing. And that's what it looked like again from United today. I don't get it. Like, just drop the press, go into a mid-block. If you can't press properly, don't press at all. And there have been so many fair questions about Eric Ten Hag. As I said, I don't even know if you can point back to the development now that we saw against Crystal Palace because of what we've seen there against Spurs. It's in these games, in these bigger games where the occasion is there and the pressure is there, that the performances have to come. And I don't really think you could take anything out of that game there today and say, right, we're going to hold on to that and take it forward. And what comes next? We've got Porto away and then we've got Villa away. 2 really tough games for United before another international break. And I repeat and I go back to what I said. Development and progress is going to be the measure for INEOS as to whether or not Eric Ten Hag is the right man to take this team forward. And to see such a, as I said, the words down there, complete defeat.
What I'm seeing, clearly, he is not the right man for the job, people. Let's get an urgent right here. You think of him, mate? I think he's talking a lot of sense. I really do. You like Terry, the Man United fan on YouTube, mate? Terry Flowers. I do, but again, he's another one. He's got an obsession with Arsenal for some reason.
After like a 10-minute period in that second half where Spurs sat a little bit off and we had the ball, but we still didn't really create that much. It's as bad as it could have gone there today. That first 45 was one of the most destructive, no, I don't know the right word to describe it. It was just comprehensively awful. And as I said, I've said that quite a few times here, I'm really pissed off with myself for how I reacted to that. It was a hot moment. And my head is hot after that game. Even at half time, I didn't see how United were going to get back into that game with 10 men, given that with 11 men, Spurs were just playing around us very easily, not really struggling to play out from the back, beating our press and just playing through the lines. Spaces were there, and it was as bad. In my opinion, that was as bad as it could have gone there today. Development, progress, anything. That game was the total opposite. And I think Gary Neville said this in commentary as well. He goes, these sorts of performances and results have to be buried immediately in Manchester United. Are you going to do that against Porto away? Are you going to do that against Villa away? Well, you could do, but it's going to be hard games. And that's off the back of the frustration against Palace and how poor we were against Twente. And in our 2 biggest games at Old Trafford this season, Liverpool and Spurs, United have been beaten 6-0 on aggregate and have been ripped apart in both games. That was brutal.
He's talking very good points. Absolutely. Talking some very good points there. I actually agree with a lot he said there, so fair play. But yeah, Terry Flowers, we will do Terry Flowers. I am just going to take a little bit of a break now. I'm going to make myself a drink and I'll be straight back with you guys. Don't go anywhere. Smash the likes as well. That also helps my YouTube channel out an awful lot. But yeah, I will be back. You doing a cup of tea, mate? You doing much tomorrow, mate? Yeah. Hopefully, I'll do football clubbing. The weather's nice. Yeah, I've made myself a decaffeinated tea now. Sorry, I forgot to mute my mic. Fuck's sake, man. Sorry about that, mate. I completely forgot to mute my mic. Oh, an experienced streamer like me making that rookie error. Fucking heck, man. Right, anyway, let's do Terry Flowers next. See what he has to say. The football Terrence. Ball trolled, you're finished. Time to go.
My head is hot. My head is really, really hot. And my first message is very simple. I like a lot of what INEOS have done since they came in, but they chose not to sack this manager and to give him a chance. The PR has been excellent. We've seen a very good summer. Most rivals agreed Man United had a good summer in the transfer market. For years, I bemoaned the idea of sacking a manager because we lacked the structure and the key decision makers to make a model where you're rapidly going through managers' work. We now have that structure. We have spent more money. I don't believe when you look at the performances that we have put in just this season alone, that is because we lack quality players. Doesn't mean we're the finished article. Doesn't mean I think we're as good as Man City, Arsenal, or Liverpool, or Chelsea right now. But we should be able to play better football than that. INEOS, you need to stand up now. You need to dismiss this man. It isn't going to get better versus Porto. We're not going to become more consistent against Aston Villa. And although I said in the build-up to this game, there was this part of me that wanted to lose. And it goes against every fibre of my being wanting Man United to lose. My rationale is, even if we won today, even if we were very good today, I don't believe that Erik ten Hag is ever going to make us a consistent team. And on the field of play today, we saw that. We didn't know when the press trigger was. We also didn't stop the ball being played for our midfield. Now, Spurs were good and deserve credit. But they ain't that good where they can bypass every press and pass for a team when it sits back at will that easy. Do you know why we know they're not that good? It isn't like they've been doing it all season. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Tottenham. Please don't think I am. Thoroughly deserve their win today. But this team had no idea what they were doing. Poor in the press. Easy to pass through. And they look confused. Now, in any walk of life, if you don't know what you're meant to be doing, confusion sets in and performance drops. You can be the best salesman in the world, 10 years straight, #1 of whatever company you're at. You come and join my firm, and you only learn about 1/3 of the products. You only know about half the process, and everything's confusing. Give it time and your performance will be hindered. And that is what I saw from these players tonight. A bunch of players that were almost looking at each other saying, what are we meant to do? Press, sit back? They were caught on the in-between. Awful. And that is the manager. That is the manager 110%. Why we are always, no matter who the players are, just purchased or old. Why are we always half a yard too slow when one of our front players gets bypassed? The next player coming in the press is always half a yard too slow, irrespective of the players. And a lot of Man United fans will do it today. I hate Rashford, going in on him. Do you know what? I hate Bruno. Perfect opportunity to go in on him. Do you know what? I loved AWB, therefore I hate the low. I'm going in on him tonight because he was poor. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't matter who plays, who starts, who we sell, who we buy. The same problems persist. Therefore, we know it isn't a player issue. Most of the players that leave us look better. Most of the players that go out on international duty look better.
I mean, look at Jadon Sancho. I mean, look how much better he's doing since he's left this football club. Absolutely unbelievable.
And I've seen them all play better consistently for other teams. This is on the structure of this side. The rebuild is new under INEOS. Ten Hag isn't. And he absolutely has to go. Without a shadow of a doubt, tonight, the announcement needs to come out. He has to be moved on as the Manchester United manager. Thank you for the FA Cup. Thank you for the League Cup. You know, most Premier League managers never win trophies, ever. Thank you for that. But we have to have higher standards. We have to. And I'll get called a hypocrite. Kerry, you used to bemoan the idea of going through 2 or 3 managers quickly. Yes, when the club's structure was built and the identity of that manager. We've ripped that out this summer. Therefore, I'm all for it. It's what all the other top clubs in the world do. There is no way a Bayern Munich, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, a PSG, a Man City, a Liverpool, Chelsea. I don't think any manager could start a season this badly at a top club and not lose their job. I know some will say, but Arteta didn't. Completely different scenario. Arteta didn't have 10 years experience going into his 3rd year when he was performing this badly. Go and look at Arteta, where he was at the start of his 3rd full season at Arsenal. Completely different kettle of fish. So the comparison is horseshit. He has to go. He absolutely has to go because today, we haven't got to the red card yet. Today was the worst performance I've ever seen from a Man United team ever. And I'm not even, the second half where we created a little bit and we looked good on the ball, that's because Spurs said, there you go, have a go. There. Go, have a little play. We've had a push, now you can have a pull. That's all that was. And even then, we weren't good enough. We didn't know.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and ad-free video.
Decaffeinated tea, mate, and imparted.
What we were doing. So from my point of view and perspective, I am fuming. I am absolutely fuming. Yes, I didn't want to win the game. Everybody knows that. I've already given out the reasons as to why, but I ain't happy about this. I am not sitting here. Oh, it's okay.
Now, even though I want this manager out and that, I never wish my team to lose, okay? I still wanted us to win this game 100%. Any Man United fan say, oh, we're hoping that we don't win, we're hoping we'll lose, and that, get the fuck out of here, man. What are we doing here, people? Real talk, what are we doing?
Hey guys, it means the manager's close to going. Woo! I'm never happy. I don't want to be right. And Josh, really interesting. I got this tweet at me today. Carl here says, for the first time, I am with you about Ten Hag. I've had this message about 30 or 40 times today from multiple people that the whole of last season said, no, we've got to give him time. They're all now saying, look, he's been given that time. The structure's here. And in fact, there hasn't been an improvement overall. We have gone backwards from last year. We are, 11th, 12th in the league? It's an abomination. And at this stage, the entire season is still salvageable. But we must act now. In terms of the goals and stuff, look, the first goal, Mickey van der Ven, absolutely amazing. That run from him was colossal. It was out of this world. An absolute star of a player. He deserves so much credit for it. Brennan Johnson, 4 and 4 for him. From a United point of view, I mean, look, Rashford should have tracked back. Ugarte and Delit run past too easy. And then Delo was holding his hand up. Anyone who's defending Delo here, you're crazy. He didn't track his runner. All of them culpable in that. And absolutely. The remaining goals, look, we were down to 10 men. We tried to attack. There were spaces. I'm not too concerned about that. The red card, could that have changed the game? Look, no one on Sky Sports thought it was a red card. I'm changing my mind every 30 seconds. He slips, he flicks out a leg. I can understand the rationale as to why some people think it is a red card. A serious foul play. But his studs aren't facing the player. His ankle hits the shin. People keep saying it's knee height. I'm like, no, it's shin height. I suppose you could say it's a little higher because his leg's off the ground. I don't think it was a red card. Personally, I understand why it was given, but I still don't think the game would have changed. And that's I wanted to mention the red card because I think inconsistent and poor decisions this season have to be called out, irrespective of the result. I think if that card went the other way, people would be, and Man United went on to win, people would accuse Man United of cheating. They would say that Spurs were robbed. But look, it is what it is. I mean, the interesting thing now is Bruno misses 3 games. Let's see if all the people that think Bruno's the problem are now right when he misses the next 3 matches. Let's see if we suddenly improve and become this amazing team. Who knows? But for me, look, if I was in charge of Man United tonight,
I mean, who knows? Now number 8 is 600 and that we may start to play better, or we could get even fucking worse. Then it will prove who the problem is, isn't it? But this manager's still got to go, man. I'm sick and tired of this now. It's like, nah, get the fuck out of here. What are we doing here, people? Real talk, what are we doing? But big up to every single one of you live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. The support is absolutely amazing, honestly. Such fantastic support. I'm loving it, man. Honestly. But, you are the reason why I carry on producing this content. You are the reason why I keep on going, why I keep pushing the narrative. But yeah, anyway, amazing support tonight. I'm loving it, honestly. Absolutely loving it. You guys are legends. Look at the views, 627. Gosh. Unbelievable, man. Anyway, let's keep on going.
I would be sacking Eric Ten Hag. I'd thank him. I'd give him his severance package. I'd say, listen, thank you. Clear your locker. You can say goodbye to the players, but we have to move on from you. Give it to Ruud for a few weeks, or go out there and break the bank for another head coach who can improve this team, the structure of the team. You know what's really interesting? I've said this for years. The structure of the club had to be fixed first. Then you start focusing on the structure of the team. Then you start focusing on individual players. And you've got to get that pyramid in place. We've done the structure. Now we have to get a manager that sets us as a club. Now we need to be set up on the pitch, in and out of possession, where we look strong and resolute and there's consistency. Then within that consistency, you can say, do you know what? Garnacho's not the guy. Do you know what? Bruno ain't the man. Do you know what? Delo ain't it. Hypothetical examples there. And you can plug and play. The problem is it's been such a mess for so long. It's all been so up in the air. It's been impossible to sometimes nail down exactly what your thoughts, feelings, and problems are. But look, for me, the manager has got to go. The manager is done. INEOS, please sack him now.
I agree. Facts. Sack him now. This project is absolutely finished. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? It's done. Good night. Finito. Adios. Right, let's have a look at another YouTuber I like. All Things United. He's another Man United fan who has standards. And he 100% wants this manager out. I would go to Villa. Get him out of Villa, mate. What, Unai Emery? Manchester United nil, Tottenham 3. Sack the rules tonight. Here we go.
Manchester United have yet again been humiliated at Old Trafford under Eric Ten Hag. A 3-0 defeat, which could have been worse for Manchester United against a Tottenham team with only 3 wins in the last 15 away matches. Just an absolute disgrace of a performance from the players and from the manager. And it is clear and obvious these players...
Facts, absolute facts. I 100% agree with you. No, not just yet, mate. We can carry on going for a little bit yet.
are not giving their all for Eric Ten Hag. It come out from Eric Ten Hag that the player, he said after the game against FC20 that the players weren't given 100% in that game. And it's been clear and obvious for a while. I haven't been able to back this manager for a long time because I just think that he's out of his depth at Manchester.
Nor have I, ever since we got knocked out to Newcastle in the Carabao Cup last season. That's when it finished it for me with this manager. He's got to go, man. There are no excuses.
He's not going to turn it around, and he shouldn't have got the start of this season. He shouldn't have. I knew that this was. I was pretty up.
He shouldn't have. It's like we should have said, right, thank you for winning the FA Cup. Adios, but you are out to go faster before you say, but, bosh.
Probably about 98% sure that this was going to happen for Manchester United this season if we kept Erik ten Hag in charge. I was just being optimistic that the signings that we made, and from the start of the season, we did look a little bit better defensively, I thought, but obviously we haven't played, apart from the Liverpool game, we haven't played anyone really that difficult. All the other games we should have pretty much won. I think Brighton are an average to shit side, and even Tottenham haven't been great, but we've got our pants pulled down today. I know, I mean, that first goal, reminiscent of what happened against FC20 in the week. Just no one covering themselves in glory again for Manchester United. I mean, Bruno, maybe he was unlucky, it shouldn't have been a red, and maybe Egghead's Ten Hag will come out and be shit, like saying that it was because of the ref. We lost. We deserved to lose this game by a convincing scoreline. If Tottenham had a good team with the likes of Harry Kane and Song playing in this game could have been a fucking rugby score. And it could have been reminiscent of that game where we lost 6-1 at Old Trafford to Tottenham quite a few years ago under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But to me, this has got to be the end of Erik ten Hag. You cannot carry on under this geezer. Players don't want to play for him. His tactics, everything has just been horrendous for Erik ten Hag in the 2 and a bit years that he's been at Manchester United. Yes, we won a couple of trophies for beating shit sides along the way, the likes of Coventry and Burnley and Forest in the League Cup, and shit sides like Newport. And
if it wasn't for Coventry, United were so crap today. So God be lucky to still be in the job. I agree, United team. Hey, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you for joining me this evening. Well, this morning now here in the UK. Much appreciated. If you're new to my YouTube channel, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button.
To win the FA Cup, yeah, it's great winning them competitions. Probably Spurs, Villa, these teams would probably.
Coventry actually could have knocked us out, because if their goal wasn't offside, they would have knocked us out in extra time before the penalty shootout. Let's get the narrative right here, people.
Maybe we'd probably have their pants down if you offered them the chance to celebrate winning them cup competitions. But it just massively papers over the cracks because of the opposition you pretty much played in them competitions, barring 1 or 2 teams. And I don't know where we're going to go from here. Will the manager get sacked this evening or tomorrow? I'm not too sure, but going by that, it looks like its days are absolutely numbered. We've got Porto coming up in the week away from home, which is a difficult game. We've got Aston Villa coming up after that, which is another difficult game. And if he survives for them 2 games, nobody can see anything other than defeat in both of them games. And I just think I've thought for a long time you're prolonging the inevitability of having to sack him. You're just kicking the can down the road, just putting the problem to one side, and you know it's gonna have to happen at some point. I think Radcliffe was an idiot not sacking him in the summer when he told the geezer that he was going to sack him, and then
biggest error yet they've made in INEOS, honestly. Keeping this manager on. I don't understand the logic in it. I really don't. It's a disgrace, man, honestly. An absolute disgrace.
Went against that and decided to keep him. Just wrong. I mean, you then bring in Ruud van Nistelrooy as cover in case you have to sack him. It is an absolute fucking mess. There's players in this squad that shouldn't be at the club. Still, there's signings that have been poor. Everything is an absolute joke. And can Manchester United get on any sort of track if Erik ten Hag is even sacked? I don't know. We could see a bit of a resurgence, maybe. I don't know. The league is looking like it's going to be another one of them seasons where we finish mid-table again. But we are still in the League Cup. We're still in the FA Cup hasn't started. We've still got a strong chance that we could win the Europa League if things turn around. It is a winnable competition with this group of players. I still believe this group of players are more than capable of going out there and winning that Europa League. So we could still do something this season if the manager goes. But if we do continue to prolong it any longer, then there's going to be nothing at all to play for at all. And it is a shame to waste the whole season away. We will just have to wait and see what happens, but we cannot continue like that. It is just stupid to continue. The players don't want to play for the manager. Let's just put the bald fucker out of his misery and just sack the guy now.
Balls fucker. Oh, what a comment, man. What an unbelievable comment. Balls rule to stay and trust the process unless you want Sir Gareth Southgate. No, thank you. Do not want him anywhere near my football club because that'd be a total disaster. Let's get an narrative right here. That would be an absolute disaster. Terry Flopper's running.
Get it done. He can't be happy with the situation that it's under. Just absolutely awful under this bloke for 2 years. It's been absolutely awful. There's been no good play at all in this whole time he's been here. The football's been horrendous from
First season, he's actually playing like attacking football, but the last couple of seasons, he's gone all pragmatic. It's like, I don't understand it. This isn't Manchester United going pragmatic. Let's get narrative right here.
From day one till now, even his first, we won games, he got on a stretch where we won about 7-8 games in a row, which managed to steer us to third position in the league. The football still wasn't great. We were just scraping by, winning the games by the odd goal. But at the time, people accepted it because we wanted to see some progress and get back in that top four. But after that, it's just fizzled out and just been absolutely dreadful. I don't think there's anyone now still backing this geezer to turn it around. I really don't. I think most people realise that the writing is on the wall. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Where do you see it going? What do you think's next for Manchester United? Personally, think it will probably be Ruud van Nistelrooy until they can get a permanent manager, whether that's this season, which I doubt. He'll probably end up doing the rest of the season, which, I mean, I don't know whether that's good news or bad news, whether he's going to do any good, but we'll have to wait and see anyway. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.
Yep, absolutely spot on. I completely agree with you. Wow, unbelievable. But, you know, right, let's listen to the Bulls rule, shall we? See what he has to say. Absolute running. Yep, here we go. Post-match interview. Let's go. That's an ad.
How, given the squad you had today, the players at your disposal, how produced performance that bad?
It was clear
Because he doesn't know the right fucking system. That's why. Why don't you ask yourself that, journalist?
started the game very poor. After when you concede the goal, like we did first in the 3rd minute, when you have actually overnumbering, and then concede the goal from a counter attack where a centre half is crossing the whole pitch, and then bring on the goal line a crossing, and then on the back post tapping in, and that was our game plan. We should protect that area.
What fucking game plan, yeah? I didn't see any game plan. Honestly. Wow. Unbelievable. What a load of banger mash waffle. Oh, that's a game plan, this and that. Get the fuck out of here. The greatest Man United manager is speaking now, guys.
Very good.
in the rest defense and in the defense position because we knew the strength. And from that point on, we are very successful in the game and in possession. We didn't found the spare man in the switch. Bad decision making. We couldn't keep the ball, not aggressive enough, or to play around with third man's actions. So many ball losses, and also we didn't get the press right. So yeah, first 20 minutes was no good, but we were still alive. And
What press? What fucking press, yeah? I didn't see any fucking press. What's a load of biomass waffle, yeah? Wouldn't sing for that. You deserve to be cooked for that. Honestly, what the fuck are we doing here, people?
also our chances with Silkson, with Garnacho hitting the post. Then you can always come back, but then a red card. And then we are downsides, and I think that also then a big impact in the game.
Chris, you've lost the last 2 games in the league 3-0. How do you and the players come back from this? Can you come back from this?
Of course.
Not under your management, mate. Maybe under another manager they could make a comeback. The world stays still for ball trolls, press conferences for sure.
There's always a new game. It will be a new day, and it's also obvious. And then you have to learn as a team. It can't happen in.
Yeah, hopefully you're packing your bags, mate. Yeah, when the New York Stock Exchange market is released, hopefully you're then packing your fucking bags. And knowing INEOS, they probably will keep this manager on.
4 days now, have twice that a defender of the opponent can dribble through the whole park without being stopped. That are things are impossible in top football. You can't make such mistakes. So definitely we have to address this. But we will bounce back.
Dave. You say you have to learn from this and keep better. Saying some thing 4 weeks ago when you lost to Liverpool. Do you worry that the owners may have a different view, that they may feel the only way that this situation can improve, that the team can get better, is a different manager in charge?
No, I'm not thinking about this. I think we all made in togetherness this decision to stay together as an ownership, as a leadership group in the summer. And also we made the decision also from a clear review and what we have to improve as an organization and how we want to construct the squad. And they're all decision making in togetherness, but we knew it would take some time because how the window went, some players late in, like now Ugarte, we have to integrate him now. Also, we had to.
You don't get any time in football to adjust. This is literally the Premier League, yeah? As soon as you play in the Premier League, you're under pressure straight away because the Premier League comes with money, pound notes. I will do anything for pound notes.
Some improvement in organization. We still have to do with some injuries, also from impact players, and I think we will get better there. And we need some time, and we all there on one page, on one boat together. The ownership, the leadership group, the staff, and the players group as well. So no, I don't have that concern.
Rob, we're very critical of the goal that they conceded against FC20 in the week. In your programme note today, you said that 100% is the absolute bare minimum of a Man United player. But in 2 minutes, you conceded the same goal again. Are you convinced that the players are taking what you're saying on board?
Yes, I am. But it's clear and obvious that we are very disappointed when you concede again a goal like this. It shouldn't happen, and especially when you address it as so loud and clear how we have to deal with such situations.
Last question, Melissa.
Eric, before the red card, what you saw from your team, the lack of pressure against the ball, not tracking runners, being so sloppy in possession when counter-attacking situations were on, was that one of the worst performances you've seen?
It's definitely clear, but I said this in this press conference that what I saw in the first 30 minutes, that is below the level what we can expect from a Man United team. And even when you concede so early on in a game, a goal, you should stay calm and control the game, control your performance, and just sticking together and stick to the plan, and then you will have a footnote in the game. And now we didn't got this, although we had our, as I said, we had our chances as well.
Do you think it was more psychological than tactical because of the early goal?
I definitely, I saw this, that the players got very stressful after they conceded so quick a goal, and they made very bad decisions on the ball where we had some options to play over, and we should have done better this.
Okay, thank you.
What a load of banger mash waffle, honestly. Usual shit from this manager. Let's get an everything right here. Injuries, he's getting his excuses ready. Yep. Sounded like a what? Bruno did an interview, didn't he? Bruno Fernandes. Interview, here we go. Where he talks to Sky Sports. Just waiting for the advert to finish. And we'll see what the captain, number 8, has had to say.
Bruno, you wanted to do this interview, you volunteered to step up and speak to the media. What can you say?
No, just to say that obviously I left my teammates down with one man down. I do appreciate everything they did on the pitch. Obviously, was.
That's a good start, taking accountability, because you know what they say, accountability is the best ability.
It was tougher for them. We didn't start the game well when it was 11-11. Then obviously the result is on their side, and we get the situation with the red card. And obviously I think they did very well. They tried. Obviously we conceded another 2 goals, but it was difficult to cover all the spaces. But I think it's many good things that we can take away from this. The resilience of the team was always there, and I'm really proud of the team.
For you as captain, is that just the worst possible feeling, being sat in the changing room or wherever you were in the second half, not being able to help your teammates?
Obviously, no one likes to be sent off, and it's not a good feeling seeing my teammates running a lot and trying a lot to get a result and trying to score, because that's what they try to do to get the result on our side, and we end up conceding another 2 goals, but they did try everything.
Tell us about the incident then, the red card from your perspective. It looked like you slipped going in, but how did you see it?
No, part of slipping going in, I don't take him as everyone wants to see it. I don't go away with the studs. I take him with my ankle. It's a clear fall, but never a red card. That's my feeling. And even Madison, when he gets up, and you can see in the image.
You saw the 2 of you talking. What did he say?
Oh, he just said like it is a fall, but it's never for a red card. That's what he said, and I think it's on the eyes of everyone. You can see that it's never a red card, because if this is a red card, I think we
even if you think it's soft or not, the referee had no option, because it's a bit of a high foot anyway. Yes, he made slips, but the rule states that it still needed to be a red card. So come on, people. At least take some accountability and hold number 8 accountable, yeah? Let's get an everything right here. Yep, Bruno the baller.
we have to look at many other incidents, and I had many incidents when I get kicked and everything, and I've never seen something so quick coming off as a red card, and I just think it's never a red card.
So were you just in complete shock seeing the red card in the ref's hand?
Yeah, for me it's a foul if he wants to give a yellow, because it's even the contact is not even that strong. If he wants to give me a contact because a yellow because he's a
again, it was a high foot, so the referee had no option.
counter attack. I agree, and then I don't understand why VAR doesn't call the referee to the screen. It's for me, it's just not a really good decision. That's all.
Okay, like you said, your teammates showed quite a bit of resilience down to 10, but I think you touched on earlier the performance with 11 men. Was it really poor from Manchester United today?
Yeah, we couldn't. We found a lot of spaces, but then we couldn't never connect. And I think it wasn't always like one touch more, not great passes, not great link up. And then we gave the ball away too many times for them to counter. And then one of the goals comes from one bad pass from me, and then they go all the way up to score the first goal.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bruno.
Car insurance can sometimes be a bit puzzling and until
Okay, then. So, well, he made a good start by taking accountability, but he was refusing to accept responsibility for the red card. He thought it was a yellow card, but to me, I still think the referee got it spot on, absolutely spot on. But the sooner we get this manager out, the better. Hopefully, things will start to change. Yes, it may get a bit better short term and then go to shit again, but I want things to get better long term. You know, we're Manchester United Football Club. But before I end tonight's show, once again, these players deserve the wooden spoon. You absolute disgrace, yeah? You absolute bottle jobs. You showed no fucking fight for the shirt whatsoever. It's getting an arting right here. This wooden spoon deserves to go up all your asses. Dear me. And for the balls rules as well. But big up to every single one of you who's been live and locked in this evening. The line chat has been absolutely elite, honestly. This has been an epic stream. I loved every second of it. I've met a couple new people in here tonight, gained 5 subscribers, so it's been a very, very successful evening. I loved every second of it. Usually I go through all the chat and that you've seen in there, but there's so many of you tonight, so I'm just going to say thank you all so much for your kind messages. And balls ruled out. INEOS take action immediately. Good night all.